I told y'all niggas, man. I run this basketball shit. I stand on top of the mountain in this basketball game. There ain't nobody like me. There ain't nobody like me in this game. I'm the man. Point blank period. I told y'all they was gonna come off lame dollar. Didn't I say it? Didn't I say it? They didn't want to listen to me. They doubt me. Look at me. Look at me. The realest shit you niggas ever see. Look at me. Told y'all. They can't hold me back. These niggas can't hold me back. Can I get a, Can I get a, Can I get a Rose? Boss. Didn't I tell y'all? They can't hold me back. I'm the man when it comes to talking basketball. When it comes to talking anything, I'm the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever damn will be. I told y'all. I'm the man, nigga. I told you KD was going to Houston, nigga. It happened. I told you LeBron James didn't know about the Luka trade. So it shall be written, so it shall be done, nigga. I told y'all the Bucks is gonna get rid of lame dollar. I'm the man. Bow down to those who are greater in this game. The Bucks cut Dame Lillard, gave him the rest of his money, and will stretch his contract. I told y'all this. And there's another big move coming. If you smell what The Rock is cooking. And Drew Holiday may be coming back home to help the Bucks, Giannis Antetokounmpo, reach NBA lore once again. Drew Holiday may be coming back home to help form the best defense in the National Basketball Association. With Miles Turner, with Giannis the Greek Freak Antetokounmpo, with Gary Trent Jr., with Taurean Prince. I told y'all.
Hey, Ticket, you know what your song of the day is, right, dog?
I'm the man,
Bitch, I'm
boy.
the man. Ho, I'm the man. You know I'm the man. Bro, I've been listening to you for so damn long. It's lovely to see somebody be Nostradamus like yourself.
This is pure greatness, nigga. No, and I ain't being Nostradamus. I'm telling you what I'm being told. How do I know? Because I rock with the realest niggas in the game. And when I come on here, I don't say anything. I don't just say anything. I tell the goddamn truth.
I feel that.
I tell the whole truth when I come on this channel. And niggas get mad when I say what I say. But I mean what I said. I told them they was going to get off lame dollar. I told them they was going to get off of him. I said, bro, they're going to get off lame dollar, man. He's out of there, bro.
The rim protection, bro.
They can't get rid of Dame Ticket. What you mean? Yes, they can.
Why not? And my question to that is, why not? They can't get rid of him. Why not?
He's course out of there. Yeah. And I told all of them, bro. Every single thing I told them that was going to happen happened so far this summer. Everything. And I told them.
And I'll tell you one thing. I like Miles Turner way more. He's an upgrade to Brook Lopez.
Now they're going to run. They're going to double back and go after Drew Holiday.
Oh, that would be lit.
Drew Holiday back with the Bucks.
Oh, that would be lit.
To try to solidify them as the best defense in the league over the OKC Thunder. And then you're going to see the OKC Thunder potentially, or the Houston Rockets in the NBA Finals against the Milwaukee Bucks, baby. I try to tell y'all this. I try to tell everybody this. They always say, "Oh, Giannis gonna leave." No, you got questions, sucker. They got answers, ho. They got answers, ho. And I
Hey,
told them, "What's up, dog? What's going on, dog? What's up, homie?"
What up, Ticket?
Yeah,
Salute,
yeah.
homie.
Ticket,
What it do, man? The niggas was
Hey,
saying that Giannis was finished, man. What's up, man?
hey, Ticket. You didn't call it. You said they need to cut ties with Damian. Like you said, they need to trade him. I didn't think the Bucks was gonna be able to cut him. You know what I'm saying? Because they said his contract was getting stretched out. So what does that
Yeah,
mean?
yeah. That means that he'll just get paid over the years, and it won't go against it. They won't take a big hat. They just hit him with the stretch clause. And look at everybody trying to call me now, nigga. Nigga, don't call me now that I'm right, nigga.
Hey,
I've
Ticket,
been
let me
told
ask you
y'all
a
niggas.
question.
Go ahead.
Can I ask you a question? Because with Drew Holiday, I would like that dynamic of him and Kevin Porter Jr. in the backcourt. I like that
Man,
dynamic.
listen, bro. I be trying to tell these niggas, bro. Them niggas don't be want to listen to me, man. And I told them niggas, bro, I'm locked in with the greatest. I don't say no names. I just come on here and give you the truth, nigga. And them niggas be getting mad at me, hating on me. Nigga, how the fuck can you hate on a real goddamn nigga? The core
I
instead of
feel that.
motherfucking texture, nigga.
Hey, Ticket.
You just got Miles Turner and disarmed the Indiana Pacers. They're going to be a 30-win team
Facts.
next year.
Yeah, they're
The
gonna stink
Boston
next
Facts.
year.
Celtics are going to be a 40-win team next year. The
Yeah.
Milwaukee
No,
Bucks just got Miles Turner. They just cut Dame Lillard. They're going to get back Drew Holiday. They re-signed Gary Trent Jr., who was bowling. They also keeping Kevin Porter Jr. Then they re-signed Torian Prince to a small deal. They not finished willing and dealing, baby. The Milwaukee Bucks, man. Lord have mercy, man.
Hey, if they get Drew Holiday, that five of Miles, Giannis, Gary Trent, Porter
Oh, he's
Jr.,
coming
and
back.
Drew, I like that.
He's coming back the same way he left.
I
He
like
left
that
through he
five.
left through Portland. Now he's in Portland and he's gonna come back through Portland.
Yeah,
hey,
yeah. I can
hey,
see it happening.
hey, Ticket. The Bucks are they under the second apron, right?
Man, I don't give a damn what they under. He got from under Dame Dollar, nigga.
Okay.
Yeah,
As
that
long as they,
he was like an anchor on that team, bro. Like just holding them down,
I try to tell
and not
people
the
they ain't
good
want to
way,
listen to me.
holding them back the bad
I
way.
told people, and if Dame would not have got hurt, they'd have traded his ass this off season. People don't listen to me. I know it all. Yes, I'm Mr. Know It All, bitch ass nigga. I know it all, nigga.
hey,
And I told these niggas, point blank, period. I ain't no genius. I'm just telling you what the realest niggas tell me, which is the
hey,
truth.
hey, Ticket. The Bucks got more money than us. We have to break our whole team up.
Man, dog. So all those other teams, the great teams have fell off. Boston Celtics have quit. They're blowing their team up.
Indiana hurt.
The Indiana Pacers are going to lose their whole championship team now. Those are the two key teams. And now you got the Knicks are making better moves. The Bucks are making better moves.
Philly.
Philly, no. Philly, bro, you can't trust Philly, man. Philly
What you
going to
think
be
about
shit that cold.
Orlando, Ticket? What you think
They're
about
going to be all
Orlando?
right. Nigga, they'll be all right.
Ticket.
I
Ticket.
mean,
They got
Who you
Ticket. They
think gonna
got
be better,
Titus.
Orlando or
yeah,
Detroit? Orlando or Detroit? Who you
no,
think
I'm
gonna be
saying
better?
Detroit is going to be a solid
Orlando.
team. Detroit is going to be a solid team too, but Detroit still can't
I
fuck.
like
They
Detroit
still
this
can't
year.
fuck with Milwaukee though.
Yeah,
Nah,
nah.
nah. They
It's
got
all
the young
about the
talent though. Ticket. They got a good roster. You got to
man.
admit
Don't
that.
matter,
Yeah,
nigga. My
but
nigga,
Detroit
that
got
shit
no
don't
They
one to
matter,
deep
stop
man.
too. They
Giannis,
deep.
bro.
That
My
team
Giannis
man,
would
deep.
dominate Detroit.
my man. That
They,
shit don't matter, bro. The Bucks kept the same team and got better and got rid of Lame Dollar and got Miles Turner and they got other moves coming. What is you talking about, my nigga?
Yeah, I like Milwaukee. Milwaukee
What is
read
you
up.
talking about,
They
bro?
read
They
up.
just took, hold on. They just the Indiana Pacers are out of here, nigga.
Yeah,
They
they
just
done.
took Miles Turner, nigga, from the Pacers. That means the Pacers ain't gonna have Turner or Halliburton next year. Them niggas gonna be ass.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
They
Hey,
was just in the finals, so you
Yeah.
lose them out of the way. Then the Boston Celtics, they blew their own team up
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because they knew they was frauds. Move
they're
them
gonna be
out the
out of the
way.
mix.
So
So
Ticket.
now it's gonna be
Huh?
teams like the Knicks, the Bucks, the Pistons, and the Magic.
That's it. Yep.
Hey, Ticket. You leaving out the Hawks?
Cleveland
Don't
too.
forget about
Cleveland
the Hawks.
too.
Hey,
And
Ticket.
Yeah.
Cleveland,
Hey,
I'll say the
Cleveland.
Cavs. Y'all say the
Yeah.
Cavs.
Don't
Yeah.
forget the Hawks and
So all
Cleveland.
those teams going to be
Cleveland.
competitive, and those going to be the teams that going to possibly come out the East and get beat by Western Conference team. But yeah, this was a great move, man. I never thought John Horst or whatsoever because, like I said, this new CBA and how you can't really spend money like that anymore is really going to showcase how good GMs are. Because now GMs, if they're in an organization, they have a superstar type player. We really have they're going to get criticized now. We're really going to test and see how great of a GM they really are and what moves they're going to tend to make. You know what I mean?
I'm not gonna
So
lie.
this was good move for Milwaukee, man. Miles Turner, he's a good shooter. He can defend the paint. He's like 7 foot. It was a great move,
He's
man.
younger. He just
Great
got
move for
working. He got
Milwaukee.
working his rebounding.
They waived him. How you guys feel about Damian Lillard getting waived though? I mean, they had no choice to do it, man. This new CBA.
I mean, he can't play next year anyways. He gonna be sidelined.
I thought he was gonna
no matter
waste
where he
Giannis
go
year because he was hurt.
Who?
My thing is this
I
ticket.
thought they
You
was gonna
got
waste another Giannis year, the Bucks, because Damian.
No, you can't, bro. You can't, bro.
The
You
Bucks
can't
said,
do it.
we ain't playing.
ticket. You got your boots to the
Giannis?
ground and your
You're
ears
not
to the
even.
street. You got your boots to the ground and your ears to the street. Let me ask you this: have you heard these Darius Garland to Orlando rumors?
They got Dance with Dame, my nigga. What the fuck?
Nah, I don't.
But he's not a point guard.
I don't think the Cavs can make a move, bro.
But the fact that they got Lonzo, that's not kind of, you feel me? Like,
Nah,
I'm kind of.
Dude,
Lonzo was a bench player, bro. Lonzo got no
be on the
knees.
bench, bro. He's not.
What do you mean he's not coming off the bench?
I said he's gonna be on the bench. He's gonna be on the bench. Lonzo.
Yeah, bro.
Lonzo Ball gonna be on the
Jerome
bench.
went to the Grizzlies. He could go back up point guard. Jerome, that was a good.
Jerome went to the Grizzlies.
Orlando. Yeah.
Hey man, I like this move.
They don't even lose Ty Jerome.
They gotta let go of Dame, man. Dame was holding that team back, bro. There was not gonna be Boston. It was not gonna be because he's not that great a defender. He's small. He's not really that great of a facilitator. I know his stats show that he can get 7 or 8 assists a game, but he's not a true facilitator in getting players in the right position for them to score the ball better. You know, and the pick and roll was horrible.
To the brother who said Dame goes to the Lakers, how you gonna go to the Lakers?
How you gonna go to the Lakers?
You idiot! How is he gonna go to the Lakers? Hold on, this is the buffoon and the stupidity of these people in the comment section. How is Dame Lillard gonna go to the Lakers and the nigga ain't gonna play the whole season? You dumbass.
The whole season he's out.
How?
Bro.
Yeah.
What do you think he gonna go with a bad Achilles, nigga?
He gonna be a free agent. Nobody gonna pick him up.
Agreed. I didn't know they could waive him. I thought that
waste the roster spot.
So I got a question, Ticket. If a team don't, because I know usually if a team waive you and don't want to sign you, usually and you got him on contract. I don't know. I may be wrong. And let's say Dame doesn't go to no team this year and he's a free agent for like the whole season. Does the no? Never mind. Forget about it.
Nobody gonna sign him, bro. That's
what I'm saying. So will Milwaukee? They don't have to pay him though, right? Don't have to pay him.
I'm still confused about the contract.
Yeah, because I thought if you waived a player,
Milwaukee has to pay him, but they pay him stretched over years. So for example,
okay.
Small amounts of money over years to stretch out his contract. It's called a stretch provision, dog.
Okay, because I remember. Because if you waive a player and you don't give him a contract, he's not signing no other team, then you still got to pay him. That what I thought. All right, but
can y'all think in recent memory
after this season, Lame Dollar's gonna end up signing as a free agent with the Miami Heat, bro?
Not with that contract. Yeah,
bro. I said after this season. What do you mean? They don't.
I said yeah. That's what I meant.
Contract is on stretch provision. He'll be a free agent.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Ticket and panel. Have y'all ever seen a conference like the Eastern Conference be as wide open as it's going to be next year?
No.
Right?
The West is open too.
Don't get the fuck it's not.
Yeah, but not as open as the East.
No, it's not, bro. The West is the deep, bro. Stop it, bro. The West has been deeper as ever been. Right up there to the early 2000s, man. Stop it, bro.
No, ever since LeBron left, the East got way better. What are you talking about?
The West is better than the East.
My 20 plus years of following basketball, I've never seen a conference be more wide open than the East.
What team in the East better than the West? You can't name one team. You can't name one team.
You're not making no sense.
You're not making sense.
You just said, bro.
There's not one team in the East better than the West. Name one team in the East.
Miami had an off year because Jimmy didn't want to play, bro. That would have been 7 teams. What are you talking about?
You said what?
Orlando was only the 7th seed because Franz Wagner and Paulo missed majority of the season.
I know that, but they're young and they don't have experience.
What does that mean?
What you mean? What does that mean? That means a whole lot. I mean, they're getting the experience now going against Boston.
The West way too much credit, bro. The West is not that.
Bro, my nigga? No, come on, man. Stop with this, bro.
But the thing is, I think what homie's trying to get at, bro, is like in the West, we know who the contenders are: OKC, the Rockets, the Nuggets. In the East, it's like you don't know. It's a coin flip all over in the East. You don't know what the hell could happen in the East.
You can't forget about the Timberwolves.
In the East, exactly. In the East, you got hella up and coming teams.
Forget the Wolves.
You got the
Yeah,
Knicks and the
up and
Pistons
coming.
and the Pacers. Come on, man.
Cleveland, are you serious? Cleveland go against OKC,
We don't know
Denver. They're
what
gonna get
Atlanta gonna
swept.
do.
They'll get
We don't
Man,
swept.
know.
Cleveland not
They'll get
doing
We don't know
swept.
what
nothing.
Atlanta gonna do.
Atlanta,
What
they're
Atlanta
gonna
gonna
get
do.
their
Atlanta might
ass
make
whooped.
some.
Atlanta make some
Nah,
noise.
Atlanta might
Atlanta,
make some noise.
And they have
Atlanta
Atlanta.
could make
trash.
some noise. They're
And
not
then
gonna be a
Orlando.
contender, but they'll make some noise.
Oh my God,
They just
Orlando.
make some noise, my nigga.
They got a healthy Desmond Bain. They traded for Desmond Bain. Desmond Bain, arguably the best shooter in the league. He shoot from anywhere. Come on, man. I can't think of any. I can't think of anybody who could shoot as good as him other than Curry and Trey Young. But
What, as Desmond Bain?
Desmond Bain shoot
This
like
guy
his
tripping.
field goal percentage is higher than Trey Young. Trey Young shoots way too many threes. It should have been higher if he didn't shoot hella threes. But Trey Young is one of the best shooters in the league too.
Trey
But his
Young
field
is
goal
just
percentage went
he's a
down.
volume
They
shooter.
haven't been playing good. But Desmond Bain go crazy. Bro, he can shoot from anywhere.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
he got better on defense over there. I'm telling you, bro, you don't
Yo,
understand.
I thought the Bucks. I
Orlando
thought the Bucks. Hold up. I
has a
thought the
good
Bucks.
roster. They just need scores. All you
Yeah,
the
gotta do,
Magic don't
yeah,
have
yeah.
the answer for Giannis, guys. The Magic don't have the
the
answer for
Magic,
Giannis.
the Magic just need some
But the
offense.
Orlando is deep. You're not understanding that. They have great players off the bench.
Then they got Tyus Young, right?
Black. You
Tyus
said
Orlando
what?
Young is
got
raw as
Orlando
fuck.
got
Yeah,
bodies they could at least throw at Giannis.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
what
mean,
I'm
they
they
got
can't
saying.
stop
bodies,
him, but they got bodies. You
but
got
look, the
Jonathan
reason
Isaac,
why
Paolo, Franz. They could throw bodies at Giannis. They're not
Jalen
gonna
why
stop
Suggs.
him
not?
You got
still.
Jalen Suggs.
Suggs is an all league defender. Don't get it fucked up. He an all league
Wendell
defender.
Carter.
Nah,
Wendell
Jonathan
Carter.
Isaac, bro.
Don't
Jonathan
forget that
Isaac
boy
is a
from
great
Brazil.
defender.
Don't forget that
Is
nigga from
elite
man,
Brazil.
he
defender.
can't
You can't
hold
say
Tristan
that.
Giannis
De
though.
They
Salvo.
can't
Giannis
hold
got
That's
the
what I
Giannis,
40
said.
on
but
those
You
boys.
can't say
And
Suggs.
Jonathan Isaac. He was one of the best defensive players
Man, he
in
gonna
the
be
league.
hurt again. Nobody take him serious.
Okay.
nah. But
No,
I agree. At the end of the day,
Orlando.
I still take Milwaukee because of
But no,
Yeah,
Giannis.
bro. Look, think about this.
I
Think about this.
still.
Hold on. Think about this.
No.
Miles Turner adds a new defensive scheme for the Bucks because last year all the Bucks did was drop coverage because Brooke Lopez
Yeah,
was
Brooks
used
Slow
in the
Lopez. Say it like
He
how it
sucks.
is,
pick
man.
and roll.
Yeah, he
Slow.
can't defend
He
the
can't
pick
get
and
a
roll to
rebound.
save his
Exactly.
All
life.
you do is shoot
Like I
threes.
said, man, like I said, the Bucks need to get younger. They need to get more athletic.
Yep.
See, Giannis, he got hurt. Let me tell you something, man. They let Giannis, man. That guy has to do absolutely everything.
Right. That's why
Assist,
he was getting
ball
hurt.
handle,
He was doing everything.
ball handle. Defend. He had to defend Tyrese Halliburton. He's not supposed to defend Tyrese. Tyrese Halliburton's a
Exactly.
guard. He's a power forward or center at best. He's not supposed to be guarding him, but he had no choice to go out there and guard him.
Mhm.
They let Giannis do everything on that team. That's why I was saying,
Hey,
man.
and like Ticket said, wait till they get Drew Holiday back.
Oh
I don't
man,
know
it's gonna
about
be
that.
scary.
But-
Yeah, watch them get Drew Holiday
It's gonna
back.
be
No,
scary.
need to
for
get
them.
younger, bro. I'm not trying to hear that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Nah. They
Nah,
just need
but
somebody to
look
stay in
at the
front of
team.
people.
But look
I'm
at
not
the
gonna-
team. They
What's
need
my
they
team,
need
bro?
another
What you
Stay in
they
mean?
front
need
of
another
people.
championship pedigree kind of guy
They got
to
Giannis.
tag
You
along
can't
with
get
Giannis.
championship
They got
to
Giannis and Bobby
pedigree.
Portis.
That's all you need, Giannis. That's it.
No.
They got
This
Bobby
team,
Get Drew
Portis.
this team
back
should not get
and
older.
they straight.
This team should
No.
not get older, man. I swear to. If they're gonna only players 32 and younger. That's it. That's all the players.
Bro, Bucks finally got a real center, bro.
Nah,
I
they
agree.
need to.
Yeah, the rim protection with
Clippers.
Giannis and Miles, that's nice. On
And
Hey,
Miles
y'all.
can shoot the three. People not
Hey, y'all.
understanding that he can shoot the three. He
Yeah,
can
y'all.
shoot. He
stretches the
got a
floor.
mid range. He got a mid
Hey,
range.
y'all. Why the Clippers jumping for joy that they got Brook Lopez?
They dumb as hell.
I don't know.
Zubac's way better.
He's got somebody that can stretch the floor.
Zubac's way better than Brook
Yo, what
Lopez.
Kawhi needs, Brooks Lopez, James Harden, no clutch no heart having ass. They dying.
Hey, what if the Clippers put Brook Lopez at the 4 and Zubac at the 5?
Well, this is one of the best off seasons I ever seen in my
But no,
life.
he's
bro.
not going to start though. But the Clippers do need a power forward. So I was just saying because you don't know what because Ty Lue he values offense more
They
than
still got
defense.
Batum.
Oh yeah, never mind.
They still got Batum.
Derrick Jones Jr.
Man, he can't shoot. Batum, he can't like stay in front of nobody. Yeah, nah.
No,
the Clippers-
Katoon is an emergency center. He was holding his own against Jokic. He was a good defender. I like
Yeah,
Batum.
nah, Jokic, bro, like he's predictable. Like
Batum can play defense.
Hey, how y'all
bro.
feel about
Come on,
Denver
boss.
getting Cam Johnson? I like that. I
it's
like
a good
that.
move.
That's
It's
a
a
good
good
move.
Hey,
That's
I'm
a
glad
real
I brought
good
that up.
I like them getting Bruce Brown back, and I definitely like that Cam Johnson trade.
Hey,
Yeah,
so
but
it's
Denver
Bruce
like,
Brown
definitely got better.
I like
That's like
Bruce
they got a
Brown.
2-for-1
He
for
not
that
the same
Denver
player.
definitely got better.
Denver
Cam
got a
Johnson
2-for-1.
fits that team way better
Yeah.
than Michael Porter Jr.
He more
right.
healthier too. He gonna play more games.
Right.
Yo,
Michael Porter
yeah.
had a shoulder injury, man. He's not gonna be able to shoot the same.
And Cam Johnson played defense, unlike Michael Porter Jr. He actually shows an
Yeah,
effort to play
No,
defense.
he
Michael
can play
Porter's a
defense.
fucking cone on defense.
Porter can play defense at some stretches, but he's just an
Yeah.
injury-prone player. He
Yeah.
doesn't really do anything else except for shoot.
Yeah, he doesn't. He
every-
doesn't pass.
Yeah.
He just
Cameron
always
Johnson
shoots.
got more so of a game than MPJ.
No, MPJ can dribble, but don't get it fucked up.
Yeah, he
No,
can
I know
dribble,
that,
but he
but
don't
I'm talking about
pass.
He
I'm
just
more
can't
so
play
talking.
defense, and he's injury prone. If he wasn't injury prone, he could have been an all-star. That's how good he is.
No, I'm talking about more so for a set fit team. Cam Johnson, he can fit better for
Cam Johnson is more durable. He's more
Yeah.
reliable.
Yes,
He's more of a team player.
more
And he
IQ,
doesn't make
higher
bonehead
IQ.
decisions.
Yeah, I seen Denver haters hating on that move. Like they say, oh yeah,
Nah, they had to let Trey. You got to sacrifice one light skin to get a better light skin. I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah,
man,
Cam
right.
Johnson's
Hey,
the better player for sure.
hey, I
And
want to
Bruce
know.
Brown, bro, that's underrated.
I want to know how
What did
much
he do
cap
last
space.
season? Was he on the bench for the Pacers?
Pel-
What team was he on last season?
He was on the
So
Raptors and the
Raptors.
Pacers.
The
Raptors and
Raptors.
Pacers. I mean
Let me.
Pelicans.
Okay.
I'm looking
Pelicans.
up his numbers right now. Let me see what
He
he
was
was
on the
doing.
Nah,
Pacers,
he was
Raptors,
washed. He was
Pelicans.
looking washed though. But
Yeah, he
maybe
a little older. He's
the
not the same
Nuggets
player. He's not the same player for 3 years ago.
they're gonna revive his career. They're gonna revive his
Okay, so
career.
so
Yeah.
he was in New Orleans. So 24 minutes he
No, he was in
averaged
the
total.
Pacers,
He
Raptors, and
no,
Pelicans.
he got traded to New Orleans.
He got traded for Kelly Olynyk or
Yeah, he
something
been
like
on
that.
so
He was
many
in New
teams you can't
Orleans. He was in
keep
New
track of
Orleans.
him.
I'll tell y'all one thing: the X factor for Milwaukee is gonna be Kevin Porter Jr. this year.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
Now
gonna be the
Tyler
X factor
Smith,
for Milwaukee.
Wait.
is a great backup.
So that
He's
means
young.
no. He's starting. He's starting.
Kevin Porter Jr.
He's
starting for
starting. He's
Milwaukee.
tweaking.
No, I'm saying like someone we're sleeping on is Tyler Smith because he's 6'10". He's another body.
You said
If Kyle
who?
Kuzma is washed, just put in Tyler
You said
Smith.
Tyler Smith.
Yeah, this is gonna be his second year.
Who's
So
Hey,
Tyler
so
Smith? Who is
so
that?
where you
Tyler
guys think
Smith was like
DeAndre
the
Ayton gonna go to?
Hey, hold on real quick. Hold on. Let Brad talk. Who's Tyler
yeah,
Smith?
nah. Tyler Smith was their rookie last season. Like he could shoot the ball. He could do everything that Miles Turner can do, but he's just a little bit smaller. And he's
Oh,
kind of
he's the
like
center.
he's kind of like a Bobby Porter's, but more defensive. Like he plays
Oh.
defense.
Hey, AJ Johnson was a bust.
Yeah,
He was a no. AJ
nah, nah,
Johnson
nah,
pretty
nah, nah.
good.
They
No.
just didn't. They don't. The timeline don't fit with the AJ Johnson
Okay.
I
timeline.
don't think they should have had. I don't like. I think they should have kept him, but at the same time, I don't think they should have drafted him because, like you stated, you got Giannis, you in win now
Nah,
mode. So he
no,
wouldn't really
look.
develop. But I think they should have kept him. You know, they could
No,
probably
they couldn't. They
Let
couldn't. They
homie
had to
go.
get rid of
Go ahead.
Middleton. They had to get rid of Middleton, and that was the
and
only way
Washington
they're gonna
wanted
get rid of him.
AJ Johnson, right?
Do you
Yeah.
Yeah.
do you
Okay.
think do you think they traded Kuzma or they keeping him?
You
Nah,
gotta
they're
trade
getting
him,
rid
bro.
of
You
his
gotta trade
ass.
him, bro.
He's out of
What?
there.
His contract tradable though. He only getting 100-some million. That's not bad.
They still got Bobby Portis, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bozai Bobby, 6-man.
I like Bobby, but I think they should have. I think right now probably around like the round of the season they should trade him and probably get some more pieces, bro. In my honest opinion, bro, because that what the coach tried to do with I forgot his name, Andrew and Griffin. He tried to trade Bobby Porter to get some more pieces around that team,
Man.
and then he got fired. So
Take it where you at, man. Shit. Hey,
I like it, man.
I'm glad they didn't fire my man Doc Rivers, man. Y'all be chill. I like Doc Rivers. You just
It's
gotta get
good,
Doc
but
Rivers the right team, man. It don't be Doc's fault.
Right. His team's always getting hurt. Like, but he
Bro,
does
I'm a
be.
Celtic fan, bro. I'm stuck with Joe Mazzulla, bro. I'd rather have Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers prove it. Doc Rivers know what the fuck he's doing, bro.
Right.
Can't
He's a
blame Doc
super
Rivers for
team
Paul
merchant.
George. You
Yeah,
can't blame him for Damian Lillard not showing up. Can't blame Doc Rivers for Giannis
no.
missing the
That's
playoffs.
not true, bro. Doc Rivers last year, Giannis got hurt, Dame got hurt this year. Who
Exactly.
else? He went in Philadelphia, bro. In my opinion, I'm not gonna blame him that much. I'll give him some blame. I'll give him about 53% of the blame. No. I'll probably give him like 48%. But Joel Embiid and James Harden, they get the rest of it. All them
Yeah.
niggas, bro.
All the Doc
So I can't
players,
blame.
all the Doc players be soft. They stayed turning his back with him. If you notice that, bro.
Yeah.
Ben Simmons.
Joel
Who was the other guy they had?
Joel Embiid.
Man, those are a bunch of soft ass dudes, bro. They all.
But I do
Bruh.
blame for the Clippers series a little bit against the Denver when they had a 3-1 lead and Denver came up.
Nah.
I
Paul
blame
George proved
Doc
he's
Rivers.
soft,
Bruh.
man.
But he don't make
Paul,
adjustments though. He don't
Doc
be
Rivers
making
played his
adjustments.
best players. How's it his fault, bro?
Nah, Paul
He
George.
didn't make adjustments. Them dudes didn't play good.
Right.
That's their fault. You know what I'm saying? You highest paid player. You're supposed to get the job done, bro.
But Jason, follower of Christ. So what? But what Joel Embiid do? He played pure utter basura, caca, shit ass, my nigga.
Yo,
In that
I
game
heard.
seven.
Y'all want to hear the most alarming stat ever, bro? So, Joel Embiid has played in 47% of possible regular season games.
Oh, he done, yeah.
Yeah, no, hear this. Hear this out. This is the wildest stat y'all ever heard, bro. 47% of regular season he appears in. Tom Brady wins a Super Bowl 48%. Wins a Super Bowl. He appears in the Super Bowl 48% of his seasons. In 22 seasons, he appeared in the Super Bowl 10 times. So essentially, Tom Brady has a higher chance of making the Super Bowl than Joel Embiid has playing a regular season game.
Nah, that's
Think
wild.
about that, bro. That's
Hey,
wild.
let me tell you
That's
something, bro.
wild.
Bro, hey, bro. The Sixers, bro, they done, bro. They done. They may do something. They may go to the playoffs if eventually healthy. I know Paul, because they try to use Paul George as a scapegoat, bro. That's pure the bullshit, bro. Embiid, you know, he don't get the same criticism as these other
Yeah,
these other players.
no,
That's the one thing I don't like about.
what it
Huh?
is, people just love his game. Like he's flashy. He's like, he has a sexy game, so people disregard his shortcomings.
Yeah, but I'm saying he don't get that same criticism. I remember when
Yeah.
Jokic, when he was losing, they criticized the living dog shit out of him, but he came back and won. And he at least went to Western Conference Finals before he had
Who you
that
talking about?
championship run. And the same thing with Giannis.
What player you talking about?
Joel.
Joel Embiid don't get that same criticism.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, people just critique him for not playing. Pretty much, that's all they critique him on.
Nah,
Yo, I got some breaking news.
What's up?
Breaking news: Milwaukee star Giannis Antetokounmpo is not pleased with team decision to waive Damian Lillard per Chris
What?
Haynes.
He's not
You're
pleased, bro.
stupid, man. You serious? Where
That's
No. This might be
That
one of
gotta
those
be fake
things.
NBA
news.
Central. This NBA Central. You got
Nah,
Central,
that's
man.
fake news. That's fake news.
Let me look
That's
this
got
shit
you.
up, man, real
They
quick.
definitely ran it by
Right.
Giannis that they were they were
Wait
playing
a
doing.
minute.
Chris
Wait.
Haynes is on
Hold on.
LeBron is on
Oh, this is real.
payroll.
Wait, no. This is
It's
actually
real?
kind of real. From Chris Haynes. Milwaukee Bucks star Giannis Antetokounmpo is not
Chris Haynes
pleased
is on
with the
clutch
team's
payroll,
decision
so I don't know
to
what he's
waive
trying to do.
Damian Lillard's. League sources tell me. This nigga Giannis stupid,
He
man.
just got released. So how the fuck would he know?
Man,
I
this
ain't talk to that
nigga
nigga.
Giannis retarded, man. I can't do with this. I can't do this, man.
Man,
I can't deal with this man no more, bro.
So like 20, 30 minutes ago, I don't believe Giannis called him and say, I'm not happy. Giannis
But this may
literally,
be. I don't think.
Giannis threatened the franchise because he was like, bro, we're not gonna win. And then the Bucks said, okay, we got you. So the Bucks was pressured to make this move because they had to satisfy Giannis. Because
But
they lose
hold up,
Giannis, they
bro.
fucked.
But look at this though. Giannis Antetokounmpo. This is a real report. Giannis Antetokounmpo helped recruit Miles Turner to the Bucks. They both love the idea of pairing up with each other. This source came from Shams Charania. If Giannis using his So
I
so
don't think I don't think this move gonna make him leave though.
Giannis not going nowhere. He's not
Right, he's
going
not going
nowhere.
nowhere.
He's not going nowhere.
Like, there's no other options to go. Like, there's no other options.
First
Unless
off,
he
the
gets traded for
package you'd have to
LeBron.
give up to get Giannis. There's no team in the league who's going to give up assets to the degree that they'd have to get Giannis. Like
Right.
OKC's not going to give up their young talent. They just won the chip. San Antonio, I mean, him and Wemby, they don't make sense for me playing together, bro. They don't.
do.
They don't.
You know who did
They
it?
don't. That wouldn't work.
Okay.
Defensively, it's
one team.
amazing, but offensively, like, how's that going to work?
I'll give you one team. Minnesota Timberwolves. They have Rudy Gobert and they can't play offense for shit. And they could be bricking layups and alley oops.
So, but they'd have to give up way more than Rudy.
And Karl Anthony Towns.
Wait. Give up who? What y'all talking about?
Who would Minnesota have to give up to get Giannis?
No. You said that Victor Wembanyama and Giannis duo won't really work on the offensive side of the ball. But I'm giving you an example. The Minnesota Timberwolves had Rudy Gobert, a nigga who be bricking layups, missing alley oops.
He has no post game.
And they had Karl Anthony Towns. And they went to
but here's the thing: neither of those guys are ball dominant guys that can initiate a play. Giannis is going to be.
Victor Wembanyama don't need the ball that much.
No, I'm saying Giannis is going to be at the top of the key, initiating pick and rolls and calling out plays. Karl Anthony Towns and Rudy don't play that way.
Rudy Gobert averaged 14 points when Karl Anthony Towns when he was playing with Karl Anthony Towns.
Wait, what is your
I'm
point?
talking about the dynamic, bro, the play style, like how they would play.
What?
You feel me? Like, yeah. I mean, Giannis and Wemby in a pick and roll, cool, but what's De'Aaron Fox going to be doing? He's going to be sitting in the corner. You're going to turn him into a jump shooter? That's not even the strength of his game.
DeAndre
I'm just
Jordan.
looking at the play style, like how they would play. Like I'm imagining De'Aaron, Giannis, and Wemby on the course. Like how are they? You know, if De'Aaron got the ball and he's calling Wemby for a screen, what's Giannis gonna be doing? He don't unless Giannis is the low post presence where he's gonna get on the
He's gonna
block
run
and be that low
baseline.
post presence.
Yeah, he's
But
gonna run baseline.
What?
yeah, but
No,
other than that, what's he gonna do off the ball? He's the one dominating the ball 95% of the time.
Right.
And
no.
then it's like, what's De'Aaron going to be doing? He's not that great of a shooter where you could just stick him in a corner on the weak side and you could kick it to him. You can't rely on that to win you games. You know what I mean?
I mean,
No,
you
I'm
seen
saying,
Shea
but
what
the
Shea was
Minnesota
doing?
Timberwolves emulated the same thing. If they some way can trade to get Giannis, I can see it someone working a little bit because I seen it with the Timberwolves.
Now let me add something. The way Shea plays, he's not really like 3-point. Like he doesn't hunt for 3-point shots.
No, I'm
So
talking about.
and
No, we're
Exactly.
talking
Deer
about San
and
Antonio. We're
De'Aaron
talking about
Fox,
San
he plays
Antonio.
similar to
Hold
Shea.
on, let him
Like
go.
they
Let him
both
go.
belly in the mid range.
Exactly. De'Aaron, you act like De'Aaron Fox not a top
I
five
agree
guard in the
with
league.
Loud 127's comment. I know I can see exactly what Giannis is doing. Giannis knew, okay, yeah, Dame was probably his friend, this that, but he wasn't gonna play. He's putting that out there to save face, bro.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
he knows the belly of the beast of this business, bro.
Right,
He
Yeah.
just
right,
said
right.
that he put that report out there to save face and be like, oh, but in reality, he's like, yo, we had to do what
Yeah,
we had
he's
to do.
happy. Yeah, yeah. He's
Yeah,
popping the
yeah,
champagne right now,
yeah,
eating caviar.
yeah.
Yo, there's no way hell Milwaukee didn't talk to Giannis and ask what was
Exactly. That as
Right,
well. They
with
probably
the
knew,
new
like, yo, if we
CBA.
sign Giannis,
right,
if we sign Miles, we're gonna have to probably cut Dame.
right. Yo,
So
Giannis
look,
knew
look.
all that
Check,
shit.
so how they
check it
gonna
out. Check it
do?
out. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Dame never like went to Greece with Giannis. Like he don't really ride with Giannis like that, bro. Like he missed his wedding. He don't really ride with Giannis.
Yo, how many years is on Kuzma contract?
I'll tell you, they're gonna trade him, bro. I'm telling you.
He
Kuzma could
got
be
I
gone.
think he got a 4-year contract. He got a
Then they
4-year
got 2
contract,
years.
90
Then they got
million.
two
Yeah.
years left. 3 years. How many he
Oh,
got?
3 years left. Oh, the remaining. Okay.
Because I
Yeah, it's
remember he
probably
got that
3.
contract a couple years ago, so I can't remember
Yeah.
that was guaranteed. But
Let me.
it's not like he got a Bradley Beal. He can still get traded. The, and I ain't gonna lie, the Sun, y'all might not like it, but I ain't gonna lie, the Suns had a good draft, even though
Hey, hold on.
they
Whoever just
fucked up
brought
at
up
the
Bradley
end.
Beal, he makes sense in Milwaukee.
Kyle
Nah, bro.
Kuzma
Hell
for
no.
No,
Yes.
y'all
Beal.
got y'all
No,
got
bro.
Yes.
No, no,
Yes. That's
Kyle
no,
what you
Kuzma
need.
for
no,
Beal.
Giannis
no,
needs a
no.
no,
knockdown shooter. He needs a
I'm
no,
not paying
knockdown
that
shooter,
contract,
bro.
bro.
no.
Unless
They need
unless
more
Phoenix buy
overpayers.
him now. Unless Phoenix buy
Yeah,
him
no,
now,
buying him
Contract.
out. Exactly. They'd have
You
to,
can't afford
yeah.
them.
No, Phoenix would have to buy him out and him become a free agent. I'm not saying to trade
But
for
look
him,
though, but look
but
though.
if he becomes available, I think he makes perfect sense for Milwaukee.
Hey, my
man.
man, what's your name?
Nick Tri-State.
You said what?
Nick Tri-State. Just Nick.
Nick,
Y'all can call me Nick or
Nick, no, 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 no,
Tri-State.
no, call me T Sweezy. I was gonna say, Bradley Bill only got 1 year left on his contract. If Phoenix smart, I'll just buy him out
Yeah.
and ride it out with the rookies because he's hurting your roster because he sucks. Because if he was a real team
Yeah.
player, he would have took the trade and went to the Hornets straight up.
I think Bradley Beal still got
No
a good year
expectations,
of
no
basketball. I mean,
pressure.
he averaged 17 a game last
Look,
year. He shot 39% from three. I mean, I don't understand the concept of him not being a team player. He came off the bench for the betterment of the team for a few for like a month and a half. They tried that out and it didn't work well. But he
yeah, no,
did it for the betterment of the team.
yeah, the Suns just didn't have no structure. Like KD's not a leader, Booker's not a
Yeah.
leader. Like nobody, there was no head
Yeah,
of the
I
team.
agree.
The
There
Like you
was
don't
roster,
no
know
the
what's
leader.
going
roster.
on.
I disagree with them firing Bud. It's not Bud's fault.
I mean that's a whole other topic, right? Like, what's
Yeah.
up with that lately? Like, all these championship winning coaches get fired. Like, damn, bro, what
Monty
the hell is that
Williams,
about?
Bro.
Vogel, but they all
Sit down.
that's crazy.
Yeah, right.
All championship
Vogel,
level coaches.
Bud,
All championship level
fucking yeah,
coaches.
bro.
Nah,
And
Wow,
then
Mike Malone.
It's the GM saving face because the GM knows the roster construction be terrible, so he just puts it on the coach. He don't want to lose his
hey,
job.
hey, I don't hear nothing about Mike Malone in New York Rebel. All I hear is
I see
Mike
Mike
Brown
Brown, and I don't know
got a
why the
second
hell they
interview.
gonna do that part two again. What the
Mike
hell?
Brown got a second interview with them, so he
Oh,
damn near gonna be
he
the
gonna
coach.
end up going back to the Knicks. But I don't understand why.
Wait,
You
when
already
Mike
had
Brown went
that.
to the Knicks?
You had that experiment with Mike Brown already.
When was he on the Knicks?
With Melo in them, he was the head coach.
He was? No,
Yeah.
no. That was the black guy. That wasn't him.
Yeah, Mike Brown.
Mike Brown never coached the Knicks. That was a black guy.
Oh,
Mike
Mike
Woodson.
Woodson. Mike Woodson. Yeah, I'm
Yeah, you
bugging. I'm
tripping.
bugging.
Mike
I'm bugging.
Woodson.
I'm bugging.
I
I'm
Yeah.
think
bugging.
I
Mike
think I think
Woodson. My bugging. I'm
I
bugging. I'm
think
bugging.
the GMs are firing these well, not GMs. Never mind, never mind. So you guys think more so just the owners just be firing them, like straight up?
That's
What, the
not what the
GMs?
owner job is. That's the
The
GM's
owner.
job.
The GM?
Yeah.
Yeah,
GM
okay.
fires the coaches, not the
Yeah.
owner,
Okay,
unless
The
it's an
so
owner
owner,
this is what I
decision.
think.
the
This is what
owner
I
just
think.
makes the money, bro.
Okay, this is why I think the GMs fire these
The
coaches.
owner, I'll put it to you like this, homie. The owner pays the GM to make those
Right.
decisions.
Right.
Okay,
Hey,
okay. So
I'm
this is
not
what I
gonna
think.
lie,
This is what I
bro.
think the GMs be doing. I think
I'm not
they
gonna
fire
lie
these
though, bro.
coaches. I think they're firing these coaches, so the blame won't really more so be put on them, on the
That's what
GM,
I just said, bro.
because like I said, yeah,
Yeah, I already
okay.
said that.
Because this new CBA is gonna show and prove who are really good
Somebody was
GMs.
about to ask a question. What's the question, homie?
Are you talking about me?
Yeah, somebody was about to ask a
Oh, that
question.
was me, T Sweezy. I
Oh, what's
had
up,
put my
Sweezy's meet Trunks?
Trunks, what up, Trunks?
Yeah, what's up, man?
So what's up? Hey, you guys send me your number because I never don't work.
What? All right, bro. All right,
All right.
got you.
Hey, no. So look, so I'm kind of glad my team taking the year off. I'm a Celtics fan. We're not frauds. I don't know what tickets talk about. We had to break our team up because
Y'all
I
frauds.
dropped the whole video. Y'all should check it out. Um, I
Yeah.
break down the salary, the CBA, and what the Celtics should do with the draft, what they should do with the offseason, all that. So it was a great video. I had one of my Boston natives on the show, one of
Yeah.
my Pistons, and one of my boy Ricky, he a Pistons fan. You know what I'm saying? He also talked about other teams as well too. It was a great video.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Boston, if they was to hit this roster, it'll be over $518 million. And the only reason this roster was able to work the last 2 years is because Tatum was still on his rookie max, and Jaylen Brown contract his first year of his supermax didn't kick in till last season of 2024. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
Yeah.
and Jaylen Brown never signed a rookie max. He took a pay cut in previous year so they could keep Marcus Smart, Robert Williams, and so they could make
Mm-hmm.
moves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this was Jaylen Brown's first time getting paid. That's what I was telling people. I'm not mad because he's the best two-way wing in the game.
Facts.
You can't name me a player who could play both ends of the floor on an elite level. You know what I'm
Anthony
saying?
Edwards.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown. No,
Anthony
he's not.
Edwards.
And
He's not
Shay,
on
but
Jaylen
that's
Brown
it though.
level.
Shay and Ant-Man,
He's
that's
not on
it.
Jaylen.
Shay and
Man,
Ant-Man.
nice.
Jalen
Man,
Brown still
nice.
can't dribble with his left hand, bro.
That's cap.
To
That's
this
cap.
day.
You're
It's not
tripping.
cap.
Did you not watch? Did you not? Hold on. Did you not watch last postseason,
I did.
2024? Did you
I
not
did.
watch 2022? Did you not
I
watch
did.
2021?
I
That
did.
listen to
Everybody
this.
was
Draymond.
hurt
Draymond came in triple
2024,
leg.
dog.
I actually,
Draymond came in triple leg.
I saw Jalen at the
Listen
end
to
of the game
Draymond
in
Green.
Game
He's a
6.
bum.
After Tatum hurt his leg, they were
Draymond
forcing him
Green is
left,
a
and he
bum,
lost the ball twice
bro. He was
going
hurt.
left.
He was hurt. So
Nah,
I'm
imagine
saying
Hey,
when
Draymond
hey,
after
was
hey,
hurt.
Jason
Hey,
hey,
Tatum
hey,
got
yo.
hurt.
hey,
You remember how
Squeezy.
Kawhi had fluid in his knee and he couldn't really move? That's the same with Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown had fluid in his knee, like
I ain't
Kawhi
know
Leonard.
that. I ain't know that.
Is
You know what I'm saying?
Derek White
Because trust me,
untouchable?
bro.
Is Derek White
Jaylen
untouchable?
Brown is not a playoff trophy. He's a playoff riser. Come on now, don't play with his name like that.
Yo,
He
Squeeze,
wasn't the
is
same.
Derek White untouchable?
Is Derek White untouchable, bro?
No, I don't
They're
think
not going to
so.
trade him. Listen to me. Listen to me. Even though we got rid of Drew Holiday for singers, right?
Mm-hmm.
We still our luxury tax is still high. You know what I'm saying? I was hoping Luke Cornett be going because he sucks. If Luke Cornett's not getting a lob, what is he good for? He's the only 7-7 center in the league that
He's
can't
not with the
block
Spurs.
shots. He
Luke
can't
Cornett's
get
not with the Spurs.
rebounds. He don't have a back-to-back basket. He don't have no game at all. Luke Cornett just out there burning cardio. You know how Boston is. Missoula love his white boys. Like you could be a good defender. Missoula's gonna have you on the bench all fucking year. If you got a 3 next to your name and you're white, Joe Missoula's gonna play
Oh,
you,
Sam
bro.
Hauser, that's his boy right there. That's his homie.
That's his homie, bro. Sam Hauser. Sam Hauser is one of the worst players in the NBA. Him and Luke Cornett, bro. I don't know how he gets minutes on his damn
Sam
team,
Hauser
bro.
be netting them threes when he open though. No funny shit. He be
He,
splatting them threes when he open.
that was when nobody know who he was. When people know who he was, he started getting exposed.
Hey, but like I said,
That was the
so
first
T
year.
Sweezy,
Danilo Gallinari, bro, I wish he never got hurt. I would have never heard of this undrafted fraud. He's an undrafted fraud. I want him off my team. He
T
sucks.
Sweezy.
Yeah.
So you guys think you guys can get Aiden? Can only see Boston and the Lakers because Aiden he stated that he wants to play for a winning organization.
Right. Shit. Let me see. Who needs a center other than the Lakers? Oh, he should go to Golden State. If I'm him, I'm going to Golden State. Cause Cause who starts the center? Milwaukee got a center. Who else got a center?
Yo, Cornette went to the
The
Spurs.
King, yo, the Kings
No,
just traded.
Cornette,
Yo,
yeah,
the
I'm
King.
saying Cornette went to Spurs.
hold on,
Hold
hold
on,
on, hold on. Hold
listen
on, he
to
got
this
breaking
weird
news.
move, fellas.
Hold on,
This just happened. Breaking
hold
news.
on.
Sham
Go ahead.
Charania. The Kings traded Jonas Valanciunas to the Nuggets for Dario Saric. So Valanciunas is gonna be Jokic's
You said
backup.
Dario Sarge.
Yeah,
No,
for Jonas, for
Who's Dario
Valanciunas is
Valanciunas.
Sarge
gonna be the
again?
backup.
Valanciunis.
You
Oh
said
my god,
Dario
Valanciunas
Sarge.
is going to Denver.
No, that's cheating.
that's bad, bro. No, hell no,
That's
bro.
cheating.
That
Hell
boy,
no.
he need to get Nikola Jokic need to get an athletic big
That's cheating.
that can get alley oops. That's where his money is, man.
Nah, they still got
Bruh.
Aaron Gordon. They don't need an athletic big. They got
That's
Aaron Gordon.
No,
cheating,
that's
bruh.
gonna help though. No, you're not understand. That's gonna help.
Wow. Denver
They're
making
not gonna
sneaky
play two
moves.
bigs. They're not gonna play two bigs. They need the speed and the spacing.
They
That's
might play.
cheating.
They might throw it out there though. You feel me? Like imagine he sets great picks. So Jokic initiating a pick. Imagine Jokic and Valanciunas running a pick and roll. How are you gonna defend that?
Drop coverage.
And Jokic will knock that three down.
Giannis
Yeah,
gonna kill
yeah.
at the four, bro.
We'll live with that. We'll live with the Jokic
Giannis gonna
three.
kill. Hey,
You gonna play drop coverage on Jokic so he has the option to
And the
either
pick and
pop the
roll,
three or
yes.
yeah or now he has a head. He can gain some steam coming at you and making a play. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, nah.
That's a
Valanciunas ain't
bad
like
trade,
that. He's
bro. I
not a
ain't gonna
great
lie to you,
finisher.
bro.
you said Dario Sarge? There was no draft picks involved because Jonas Valanciunas is pretty good
Jonas
offensive player.
Valanciunis, Denver.
They're not gonna play together. Yeah, that's gonna be his backup.
Right. Dario Sarge.
That's what
Yeah, nah, they're not gonna play.
that's why I
I'm just
said
spitting some geek
That's
talk
some
right now.
2K fantasy talk,
Yeah,
bro.
that's me. That's me hitting the. I'm hitting the J right now. I'm just thinking
Hey,
of some
bro.
ideas.
Kings lost the trade, bro.
that's why I said they need to get athletic big, somewhat athletic. I'm not saying he got to
Nah,
What
be.
the
he'll be the
King?
backup. That's a
What
nice
the
little.
Kings?
That's a
What the
nice
Kings
little
got up their
backup to
sleeve?
Jokic.
Are they trying to free a cap room to get Deandre Ayton and then move Sabonis back to the floor?
I
What
don't
they
know. Oh
doing?
yeah, because Denver can get Aiden. Denver
Because
can get Aiden too.
Sabonis played the
Aiton's
four in
gonna go to the
Indiana.
Lakers, bro.
Sabonis can play the four, and he can play point guard. Well, not point guard, but he's on the point forward.
That's gonna be the Lakers' big splash this offseason. DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah, they're
He
cooked.
better not. They gonna ruin
I
his
feel bad
career.
for Luca.
They gonna ruin his career. But I got Luka though. Luka love bigs. LeBron don't like bigs. LeBron takes all the glory.
The job.
So
Look at that. Gary Harris to the
Gary
Bucks, bro.
Harris? Oh
Gary
my
Harris to the
goodness.
Bucks.
Oh my
Oh
Boom.
God,
my
3 and D,
goodness.
boom,
3 and D.
bro.
Where
Boom.
ticket
The
Where
at?
ticket
Bucks.
at?
Where
Where
ticket at?
ticket?
The
Ticket.
Bucks the
Come
best
back.
team in the
Ticket.
East.
who?
The
Ticket.
Who?
Bucks
Come
are the
back.
best
Guess,
Ticket.
team in the East.
bruh.
Who?
How the
What
hell
you
you
got?
know who
Gary
Gary Harris
Harris.
is? You
I
don't know
like
Gary
that
basketball.
for
Harris.
them.
You
I
don't know
like
basketball.
that for them. I
Gary Harris is
like
3 and
that.
D. He just
I
injured
like
prone.
What
that.
team he play for?
Exactly.
What
3
team he
and
play
D.
He
for?
ain't three. He
Him and
plays
Gary
defense.
Trent.
He just
3
oh
and
he's
D.
young. Guess what? He's still young. Gary Harris is young. He's like 27,
Ticket.
26.
Come back. Ticket.
He's
Oh,
Uh-oh.
young.
Gary Harris. Oh, I
Who
don't
they
know about
trade?
him. What? I never heard of.
He don't.
Gary Harris is the type
He
of
Oh,
was on
player
the
playing.
Magic.
you must be
His
young,
play
bro. You
will
must be young,
rise
bro.
playing with Giannis, bro. He'll play better
It's all
because
right,
he's gonna be playing with Giannis.
Right.
bruh. Yeah, they don't need Drew Holiday. They got Gary Harris. They need a power. Hey, I'm getting Giannis at a power forward. I'm getting Giannis a backup power forward.
No, the
No,
what
they got Portis, bro. They
they
don't need
got.
a power forward.
No, this is why I'm telling y'all, bro. Kevin Porter Jr. is the X factor for Milwaukee
Oh
next year.
hell no, bro. I don't
Yes,
know
he
about this
is,
Gary
bro.
Harris.
He
Oh no,
is.
no, no, bro.
Yes, he
Oh, come on.
is.
Hey,
3 points, my nigga. Come on, bro. What the fuck
3 points.
is you talking about, bro?
Nah, you tweaking, bro. You
What you
tweaking.
mean?
That's what
Kevin
they were
Porter
trying to put
Jr.
the
Fast.
Kevin
is,
did
is
with
certified,
Houston.
bro.
No, I
That's what
said
Kevin
Gary
Porter did
Harris. I
with
said
Houston,
Gary
and he
Harris.
had
I
a good
said
year
Gary.
last year. The
No, I'm
Clippers are
saying Kevin
retarded.
Porter Jr. is the X factor for Milwaukee next
The
year.
Clippers did not use him, bro. He was good with Milwaukee. He was good in Houston. He's not a
Yeah, the
bum,
Clippers did
bro.
not because they had Harden.
The Clippers are a dumbass team, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
And when he was there, they had
Mind you,
Terrence Mann.
mind you,
They had a
mind
plethora of
you,
guards
mind you.
when he was there.
When the
Right.
Clippers traded him and Terrence, man, they had point guard issues.
Yo, Harris shot
They had point guard
38%
issues.
last
Stop it.
season
Who?
But neither
from
one of them
three.
are point guards.
Bro,
Gary Harris
you could
or Terrence
play.
Mann. They make
Mm,
neither one of them point
Doc
guards.
Rivers get Doc Rivers some defense, man.
Milwaukee
Fuck
got they
Doc
could play a
Rivers.
lot of different lineups next
They,
year.
they get Doc
Right.
Rivers some defense, bro. I like that.
Man, Gary Harris suck, y'all. Y'all tripping.
No, he
No, he's
doesn't,
No, he does
bro.
not, bro.
not.
Gary Harris is a solid NBA player, bro.
He just
How
injury
many
prone.
teams Gary Harris been on?
Like 3 or 4.
Nigga,
Like three.
he only been to Denver and Orlando.
Yeah, he only two
He
teams.
been
Two
hurt.
teams.
He
Two
tore his
teams?
He's
ACL.
been hurt.
Okay, all right. I'm just asking a question, fellas.
What are you talking about? He's young.
He's
He ain't gonna
track.
pass
He's
around.
30. He's
You act like
30.
he been passing around like Jared Vanderbilt.
He's
Jared
gonna
Vanderbilt, he's
have wide
ass.
open shots. We
He's
don't need him to
ass.
freaking dribble off the ball. Like
Hey,
we don't need
so
him to
so,
dribble.
but T Sweezy, the Boston Celtics fan, you guys can get Aiden.
No,
You said what?
You guys can get Aiden or no?
Uh, I would love to have Eddie. You know what I'm saying? A real
Yeah, that's a
center,
good
back to
move
back
for
basket.
Boston.
Joe Mazzulla is gonna try to make him a 3-point shooter. And plus, Boston, we out of the mix. So if I'm Boston, right? Because I'm sending Jalen down to the Bahamas. I'm telling Jaylen Brown, don't come back to January, February. Mind you, we probably gonna win like probably about 10 games by the time Jaylen Brown come back, and then we could possibly get the #1 or #2 pick. And then next
Wait,
thing you know, Boston's gonna be back in the mix.
Nah,
wait.
That's
So
nah.
what.
Jalen Brown
Oh,
was
they
And
here.
could
I
get
then
the
thought.
Bonza.
and then what they gonna do in the offseason? This is what they gonna do. Boston's gonna get a top 5 pick, right? If
They gonna
Boston,
get
look,
AJ
well,
DeBronson.
watch how Adam Silver rigged it. He gonna give us the first or second pick.
Uh,
Then Boston is gonna fire Joe Mazzulla and then ship Derek White bald ass up out of there. Bye bye, skadoosh.
so Jalen Brown. I thought he already had surgery. I thought he's gonna come back for the beginning of the season.
No, no,
Why
no,
would
no,
they
no.
fire
No. He
Mazzulla
gonna miss.
though?
He gonna miss half the season. So
Really?
if it's Tom Brad, I'm not rushing Jalen Brown back because it's pointless. Because we're not gonna make the Eastern Conference Final. We're not gonna make the finals. You know what I'm saying? Without Tatum, and on top of that, bro, we got to get rid of Niang and Hauser. We got to figure that shit out. Them niggas
Think
suck.
about the
Because I seen a picture. It
hold on.
said Derek White, Anthony Simon, Jalen Brown, Xavier Tillman, George Niang. I said, ew. First of
Hey
all,
yo,
Xavier Tillman's not starting.
but
Second of all,
but think
Niang
about
not starting. He might not even be on this team. His
but
parents
think
starting
about
Giannis
this,
said,
son.
I
The
wouldn't be
East wide
surprised if
open.
Boston trade Hauser and Niang.
The East is wide open, bro. Like
Yeah, it
any
is.
Yeah.
to win
yeah,
the
And the
limit
Hey,
it.
but
West.
Yeah,
hey,
he
but
And
hey,
probably
the
the
but hey,
number
I got
West.
a
one
question though.
seed.
I got a
And the
question.
West.
But hold on,
But look
hey,
though, but look
T
though, but look
Sweezy, that's
though.
not true. T Sweezy, that's
The
not true. It,
West, you got to
it
worry
says
about
right here,
Houston,
yes,
Dallas, OKC. And you could throw Minnesota in there too at #4.
Hey yo,
Boom.
think
Golden
about
State at
this, though.
5.
Hey yo,
There we
don't sell
go.
your man short though. Don't think
And San
about this.
Antonio. You
Listen,
get
uh,
what I'm
besides
saying?
Giannis, besides Giannis,
yeah.
Jalen Brunson might be the best player in the Eastern Conference next year.
You said
Well,
who?
forget about Donovan Mitchell.
Paulo, K,
Are
K
you
I
guys
Cunningham,
forget
listen,
about Donovan
listen,
Jalen
Mitchell?
Brunson.
no,
Yeah,
listen,
yeah.
listen. I like
You
that
said
Paulo. I like Paulo, but just going off of everybody being hurt and who's out there and how everybody went west. Of course, we got Giannis, the number 1 player in the East.
Giannis
yep.
and
Listen, and
Tatum. I still put Tatum up there even with the injury. I don't care what no man
no,
says. You
no, no,
have
Oh
to
but,
yeah,
put
yeah,
Tatum up
yeah, yeah,
there.
for
no,
He's
no,
sure.
but
not.
Tatum
You
Giannis
have to
is
put
Out of
Tatum up
sight,
is
out
there.
of
You
mind,
wait,
have to put
dog. Out of
Tatum
sight,
out
out
there.
of
You have
wait,
to.
mind.
no, listen, wait.
You have to.
I'm just talking about next year. Tatum won't be
Right,
available.
Okay,
I'm
right.
just
okay.
talking about next year. Now, think if Embiid is relatively healthy, plays
Nah,
65.
Embiid is washed. He's
Listen,
Don't get
I
don't,
cooked.
got
hey,
a
don't
hot
put faith in
take
that
on
fake
Tatum.
African.
Y'all want to
Don't
hear
put
if
faith in
y'all
the
want to
fake.
hear it after. I got a
Don't
hot
put faith
take
in
on
the
Hold
fake
Jason
on,
Tatum.
African. I'm telling you, don't
hold
put
on.
faith in that fake African, man.
Just listen to this. Listen to this. If he stays relatively healthy and don't have like a year he had this year, and just say Embiid plays 65 games, right? Healthy. Just say he plays 65 games. You would probably go Giannis, Embiid, and then Jalen Brown, the 3 top players in the East, being that everybody's injured. You feel me? Everybody's injured. So Jalen Brown might be the second or third best
What?
player in the East.
hey,
No,
hey,
well,
hey, hey,
it's
hey,
really
hey. I like
Giannis,
that. I like
Jason
that.
Tatum, Giannis, Jason. Okay. Next year, you said next year. Okay,
Yeah,
Next year, just,
Donovan
Giannis,
no,
Mitchell,
just
guys.
talk
Giannis.
about
Donovan
next year. Hey,
Mitchell.
yo, people forget, though. People forget, and I don't like when they overlook Jalen Brown did win the Eastern Conference
Jalen
MVP,
Brown. Yes,
Finals MVP.
it's gonna
He
be
can
No,
win.
Giannis.
that's a hospital rent.
It's
Like
gonna be
that's a hospital
Giannis. It's
award.
gonna
No,
be
it's not.
Giannis, Jalen
No, it's not.
Brown, Jalen
You play
Brunson.
what's in front of you. That's
It's
that's
Jalen,
the
gonna
point of you
be
being the #1 seed to play the easiest teams.
you gonna
I
it's
don't know
Jalen
gonna
why
be
people be saying
Brunson,
that shit.
I will put Jalen Brunson in that category. But outside
Kate
those,
Cunningham and
Cade,
Donovan Mitchell. That's it. Donovan Mitchell.
I forgot about Donovan, but if you look, I have no faith in Cleveland. But as far as players, yeah, you will go Giannis, probably Jaylen, if Embiid ain't healthy, then Jaylen Brunson. You feel me? Those three, the top of the food
Paulo
chain,
Banchero.
followed by Paulo and K.
Halliburton?
Jalen is a terrible
Halliburton
playmaker,
gonna be out.
though.
We talking about next season. We talking
No,
about
he's
just for the
not.
whole.
He's not terrible. He's just not. He's not
I
like.
don't see him making no plays.
He's really a wing. He's not.
What
He's
I
really a wing.
what
He's
I
not.
think
He's not like.
what I think separates him and Jason
That's his
Tatum.
weakness,
Jason Tatum played
playmaking. But
with
he's not a bad playmaker. He could dribble. He can get his own shot off. It's not like
J-
that.
No, I'm saying
Jason.
a passer. He don't make a good reads.
I mean, but
Yeah, depend. Yeah, it
And
depends.
Kate Cunningham. Kate Cunningham. Y'all forgot about Kate Cunningham.
But
hey,
Joe Mazzulla is that only happens because Joe Mazzulla is retarded. He doesn't run any plays. Mazzulla has a cock eye. Can't see straight. I can't wait till we fire his ass.
But
Fucking
hey, but
cockeyed
but
motherfucker.
Tweezy.
He's a road
Boston
coach.
Celtics fan. Tweezy.
What?
Jalen is not. That's not true. Jaylen Brown. He will play in the beginning of this season, 2025-2026.
No, he's not. He has a
That's what
torn
it says right
MCL.
here.
yeah, they said he'd be ready for the
Jalen
start of
has
the season.
something to prove, bro. He's trying to prove
He's
that,
not
like,
playing, bro.
he's the
That's
man.
dumb. He has a torn MCL. Robert Williams tore his MCL, and he came back in January. That's impossible because the season
Robert
starting up.
Williams is also 7 feet tall, bro. That's a big difference.
KG tore his MCL. He didn't come back right away. How the hell
And,
he gonna play in the start of October? That don't make sense.
yeah,
Meniscus.
listen, MCL, he'll be back. He'll be back.
No,
No. I'm
he
not
had a
saying he
torn
out the whole
meniscus.
season. He
He
said
had a
he's gonna
torn
be right
meniscus. What you
away.
mean?
He's gonna miss.
MCL?
He's
He
gonna
had a
miss
torn
like at least
meniscus.
40, 50 games.
Jaylen Brown had a torn meniscus. He
Yeah,
didn't have an MCL.
right.
I mean meniscus, my bad, in his right knee.
Remember,
That's what.
Russell
So
Westbrook.
he'll be able to be back. That's a meniscus, man.
Russell Westbrook played with 4 days after he tore his meniscus. Remember, meniscus, you can get over that. He'll be ready for the start of the season.
Hey y'all, I want y'all to hit the private chat. I just sent the link to my well Trump's already on there. I just sent the link to my
Yeah,
channel.
yeah.
Check
Hey,
me out,
so
subscribe. My channel is YNW Ludamari. I just sent it in the chat.
I'm gonna check you out. See, I'm gonna check you out.
I can't. Yeah, I've been coming. I started YouTube 3 years ago. I'm not consistent, but I got a lot of content though. You know what I'm saying? You can check it out.
yeah.
But my
Trump's been on
wild
here. I
take,
have too.
I gotta take on Tatum, and I think he's been a great player, and we could all
Okay.
agree he's a top 10 player in the league now. But
Top five.
yeah,
Yeah.
but will he
Top
be a
five for
top?
sure.
Will he be?
But
Will he
SGA
even?
not better than him, though, bro. Luka or SGA not better than him,
What?
bro. Niggas don't know basketball. Stop it.
Yeah, I got Tatum over. I
What?
got Tatum over. I got Tatum
Okay,
over
what
Luka
SGA done?
because he
What
won, man.
SGA
Tatum
done?
won. Tatum won. You
He
got
got
And
a
you.
gay
SGA
ass
didn't win?
MVP. He got a gay ass MVP. That's all you gonna say?
Really,
That's
dog?
it?
I don't know.
Really?
That's
I don't know
it?
about
The
that. I
man
don't know about
averaged
Really?
that.
30,
That's
bro.
it?
Scoring title.
First
Bruh.
off, Tatum has showed on multiple occasions that in the playoffs he
Bruh.
shrinks more than
SGA had a
rises.
way better roster than us, bro. All we
Oh,
added
He
was
had a
stop
bunch of
it. Hey,
young
our
cats. What are
Sweezy.
you
team.
Sweezy,
talking
you lying.
about?
You're not
Sweezy, you
you're
lying, bro.
you're
Stop
But
missing
lying,
the
bro.
fact that we have the worst bench
you're
in the
being a
league.
Jaylen
Celtics
Brown is
fan.
You're
better.
I
missing the fact
understand
that
it.
we
I
have the
Timberwolves is
worst bench in
respect
the
better.
it.
league.
You're
Bro,
being a
Sam Hauser and Luke
fan.
Cornett are not good, bro. What are you talking about? Al Horford is
Porzingis.
washed.
We're
Bro,
talking
you had a
about
great team, though.
when y'all won the
Bro,
championship. You
everybody
had Tatum, Brown, Porzingis, Drew
Derek
Holiday,
White.
Derek
Porzingis was hurt.
White. What are you
Porzingis didn't
talking
play the whole
about?
playoffs.
Chet
What?
Holmgren was hurt for like the half of the
Chet,
season.
that's
So
what I'm
listen,
saying,
listen,
bro.
listen,
Chet
listen,
Holmgren
listen.
got hurt and they went on a 14-game winning
Listen,
streak.
listen. OKC has a 12-man rotation. We don't have a 12-man
Oh my
rotation.
goodness,
They
bro.
have
What does
arguably
that have
they
to
got the
do with
best
That's how
bench in
anything?
the
y'all
league.
constructed the team, though, Sweezy. That's
They
not
team
First off,
was
that's not
first
the
off,
Bro,
everyone who
outside
knows
of
basketball,
SGA and
no one ever plays
Nico.
12 men. No one
right,
ever
right.
plays a 12-man rotation
They
unless
What
you're
won't.
helped is
They
unless you're
we
win.
winning by
have the
40 in the fourth
Hold on. They
quarter.
ran a 10-man rotation. What are you talking about? They
no,
ran
In
with
the
no, no, no.
Kendrick
What
Williams, Casey Wallace. What's the other guy?
those guys ain't
Caruso. What's the other guy they got? What's his name?
they're not
if you
better than
call
the Celtics
if
players.
someone's getting 8 minutes per game, are you really looking at that like he's a difference maker? He's out on the court. That's part of the rotation. 8 minutes a game. That's
Shit,
not
that's better
even.
than what
You're
we doing.
barely
Shit.
playing, bro. You're playing spot minutes at that point.
Hey,
Right. What helped is
plus
I
you can't
love
get mad
10-man
at that, Sweezy.
rotation.
yo
Missoula don't play
T.
That's how
him.
Indiana got to the
Missoula
finals. That's
never
how Atlanta
plays.
got to the finals.
Missoula never
10-man
plays his
rotation.
bench.
The point is this: Shea's
Yeah.
team was supremely young with unproven guys. Tatum had vets. He had guys with championship pedigree, Drew Holiday championship pedigree. Him and Jaylen Brown have gone to conference finals. Hell, they went
Right.
to a finals before they won
But
one.
y'all
You know
saying,
what I mean?
yeah.
So
But
so
OKC
what
has a
Shea
way better
did this
roster.
year, what
I
Shea
can't
did
say
this
that.
year was more impressive than anything Tatum's ever done in his
Right.
career.
Shea
You
is a
said what?
floor
You said
raiser,
what?
Sweezy.
You said what
Nobody
was
can
it?
do
You said
nothing
what was
I
the
without
said
Shea.
statistic?
Shea had a more impressive season this season than Tatum has ever had at any point in his career. And that's a fact.
Facts.
I agree.
Facts.
I agree. I can't.
Wow.
Because he did something only 3 people in NBA's history done, which is win the scoring title, win MVP, win the chip, and win Finals MVP. Only
But
Yeah.
how does that
Jordan,
make
only
how does
Jordan
that
and
make
Shaq have done
how
that.
does that no that's cool, but how does that make him better? Y'all acting like
His
this nigga is the second,
playmaking,
third best
dog.
player.
His
Y'all treat
his
him like he
playmaking is
man.
way
This
better.
nigga is the same
He
age as Tatum.
involves
He's
and makes his
27 years
teammates much
old.
better than
He
Tatum.
don't have more accolades. Okay, cool. He got the MVP finals. Cool. That's cute. You acting
He
like
has
Tatum still
better
on his
accolades
prime.
than Tatum.
No, he does not.
How
He
many?
only got
Hold
the
on,
finals
hold on. Let
MVP
me
and the
ask you
MVP,
this.
bro.
Let me ask you
Stop it.
this. They came in the league around the same time, but Shea didn't really. But Tatum
Bro,
had like a
bro,
2 year advantage on him. How many
bro.
first team All NBAs does Tatum
Tatum,
have?
Tatum got 4.
Bro.
And Shea
Just
has 3 in a row.
bro, what are you saying? So your logic saying just because OKC went almost 70 games and he won the MVP in the scoring title, that clears Tatum's career? That's
Yes, that
bullshit, bro.
clears
No,
Tatum.
not it's not
No,
bullshit. No.
that
Don't
is
put words in
not
my mouth.
fair.
I
Tatum
didn't say
had
it's
a
He never had
way
bullshit.
a
better.
better career
But
than
when I
Tatum.
look at the fact that they
And
won
Tatum
the,
went, bro,
they got the 1 seed and they were 16 games better than anyone in the West. Mind you,
bro,
Chet missed a significant portion of the season. They
What
went
I'm
bro,
on a
saying is
14
understand.
something
bro,
game win streak when Chet
bro.
got hurt.
You're skipping a fact, bro. Look at all those players they got. They got a bunch of number one, top 5, top 10 picks, bro. We ain't never fucking had that shit. They had a way better team than us. Missoula is the
Chet's the
worst
only
coach in the
top
No,
fucking
five
oh
league,
my
pick.
bro.
What do you
goodness,
mean?
Fucking
bro.
Chet's the only
trash,
top
bro.
five
All
pick
them niggas is
on
top
that
10 picks,
team.
bro.
Chet's
Stan
the
Presti is
only
the
top
greatest
five
GM
pick on that
hands
team.
down,
Tatum and Jaylen Brown were both top five picks.
bro,
So was
Hey yo,
Porzingis.
you gotta
bro.
stop disrespecting Shay, Squeeze. You gotta stop disrespecting
No, no,
Shay.
no,
No, no,
no, no,
no.
no,
He
no, no,
just
no,
he
no.
said he said
Y'all
OKC
trying to
got all these
degrade
top
Shay's
five picks. They
team.
only got
Y'all
one.
trying to degrade his team. Y'all trying to make it seem like he did everything. That's the standard y'all LeBron fans
Yes,
be
he
doing. Y'all
did
give
do
LeBron
He
James all
everything.
did
the
do
credit. Don't want to
everything.
give coaches no credit, the GM
What are
no
you
credit,
talking
nor the
about?
teammates.
Yo,
LeBron James does role player shit. And y'all give him all the fucking credit. That's the same thing y'all doing with Shea. Y'all give him free
stop,
throw
bro.
mission
He
all the
won the
credit.
scoring title,
Like J
bro.
Dub, not an all NBA player, all league defender. You don't got Caruso, not an all league defender. Come
Jalen
on,
J
bro.
Dub
Brown,
is not
Jalen
an All
Brown,
The
NBA
fuck?
little
They
Jalen
player.
got Quentin
Brown,
Wallace, bro.
J
Swizzy,
Dub is not
Jalen
an
Drew
Brown.
All
Are you
Holiday
NBA
fucking
is an
player. I
serious,
like
NBA
bro?
J
They got
Dub.
champion, my
Kenyon
nigga.
Jalen
Grant,
Brown,
bro.
you guys had Jalen. Come
Drew
on, bro,
Holiday
stop
is
it,
an
bro.
NBA
Bro,
Jalen
champion, my
fucking
bro.
Brown,
nigga.
Tatum
Jalen
never had
fucking
a
Brown,
roster
bro.
like that, bro. What are you talking about?
Drew Holiday
Jalen
is an
fucking
NBA
Brown.
Bro,
champion.
that roster could do everything.
You brought up Jay Will, but you J Dub, but you got Jalen fucking Brown. Are you serious, bro?
And
Bro,
Drew Holiday and
listen,
Derek White.
listen,
What's wrong
listen,
with this
listen,
guy?
listen. Before Tatum, we wasn't doing shit.
Yeah, that's right.
They have a
Before no,
way
you
better
guys
team
were.
than
You guys
us.
had Kyrie and
You guys
I'm
had
not
Isaiah.
saying
Y'all were a
I'm
two
not
seed with
saying Tatum
Isaiah
not top
Thomas. What
five,
you
but I'm
mean?
saying for y'all to go off for one season and say that he had a better career than Tatum, that's fucking cap, bro. And you making it seem like Tatum is old.
No,
Y'all
it's
talking
not
about Tatum
Cap.
like he a bum. He ain't done nothing.
no Tatum a top
Tatum
five
been
Tatum's
player
in
in
the
the
MVP.
NBA,
accolades
in my
are
Tatum been in
better
opinion.
the
than
MVP
Tatum.
for the last 3-4 years.
Jalen
What the
Brown a
fuck are you
top
talking about?
Jason Tatum a top five player in the
What are
NBA,
you talking
even with the
about,
injury. Even with the injury, in my opinion.
bro? You just no. He the best small forward in the game. You know it. He been the best small forward since 2022, bro. Don't come on, bro. One
No,
season is
no,
not
I
gonna fucking
agree. Yeah,
eliminate what the fuck Tatum did, bro. Stop
no,
it.
I agree. No, I
I'm
agree.
Come
not
on,
I'm
bro.
not downgrading Tatum by any stretch of the
SGA
means.
came
He's
out
a
the
great
same year
player.
as Tatum. How the
All I'm
fuck he had a
saying
better
is
career than him? He just started making
SGA's
noises.
this season was better than any season Tatum had.
Yeah, historically, if you look at it, he's
You
not
wouldn't say
lying,
this if
y'all.
Halliburton didn't get hurt, nigga.
No,
Yeah.
no, but think
I'm
about this.
Well,
standing
Think
on this
about
because
this,
in the
if
though.
famous
Halliburton didn't
words
get
of
hurt, they would have lost,
Kanye,
nigga.
I guess we'll never
You wouldn't
know.
say
Hey, yo,
this.
but think about
You
this,
wouldn't
though,
have said
y'all.
this.
Shea,
You
Shea
glazing.
completed the Grand Slam, y'all. He got the Finals MVP, the season MVP, led the league in scoring. Like Shea was him this year, and that's not knocking Jason Tatum because I'm a Laker
I
fan, but I'm
love
for Jason
SGA,
Tatum.
but I don't like how y'all lie on Tatum though.
What you mean? What you
Y'all
mean
making
by
Who's
it seem
lying
like
on
Tatum got
Tatum?
look carried. Tatum has to play good. You know what I'm saying? He has to at least average 20, 25 points. See,
Oh no, Tatum
SGA,
that
he
too.
can have 10 points and his team can still blow other teams out. That's how good his roster is. We don't have Tatum don't
Who?
have that
Who?
luxury.
Wait. Exactly. I've seen games
SGA
where
can score
Jason
10
Tatum only
points
scored 15
and they can
points and the
still blow
Celtics
teams
won
out.
by 30.
Jason Tatum scored 10 points, Celtics getting blown out.
Hey, listen, hey,
No,
listen, hey, listen,
no,
hey, listen, hey,
no,
listen, hey,
no.
listen.
No, I
Listen, you
saw
can't,
I
you
saw there
can't.
was a game. They played oh fuck, who did they play? Um it was in the playoffs last year. Tatum had a stinker. He had like
I think
12
Philly was
points,
it Philly,
but Derek White had 26, Porzingis had 22, and Jaylen Brown had 34.
Indiana.
And they won by like 20.
Are you talking about against
I'm gonna
Milwaukee? Are
find
you
that
talking about
game.
against
I'm
the
gonna
Wolves
find
or
that
against
game. Hold
Hey, yo,
on.
Cleveland? You
hey,
talking
yo,
about
Hey,
that
thank
but
series?
hey, but
You
check
talking
it
about
out
Cleveland?
though. Hey, listen, though. Like I said, I'm not one of those dick riding hating ass fans that be getting mad that you got a team has a superstar player and the GM did what he's supposed to do, put a great roster around him. That's not me. Same as OKC with Shea, and same as Brad Stevens with the Boston Celtics. They did what they did. They put a great roster around him. You I don't know why you're not admitted to that though. And that's not his fault that he's winning or he's a
But
great player or
nah,
not.
people lying and say that our rosters is evenly matched. No, the fuck is not, bro. We had the 29th worst bench. We had the worst bench in the NBA the last 2 years. We had the
you
29th.
said
Who was
Boston?
that? Hey,
You
somebody got
said
a static key. Who was that?
you
Flick your
said
mic.
Boston? Yo, y'all had the six
We
man
had
of the
the
year on
worst
y'all
bench.
bench.
Sam Hauser and
Is that
Luka and
what
that
he
are
said?
garbage.
Exactly, Patrick
Al
Richardson.
Horford is washed. He can't guard the pick and
Man,
roll.
man,
What are you
y'all had
talking about?
listen,
Yo,
y'all.
oh, I
Hold
got it. I
on,
got it. Look,
Demias
look.
Tatum is one of the best defenders on our team, and Joe Mazzulla doesn't play him because he doesn't
Game
have Bridges
one.
his name.
Game one against Cleveland last year, Tatum had 18 points. They won by 25. Jaylen Brown had 32, Pritchard had 16, and Derek White had 25. And
and
they
that
beat Cleveland by 25.
listen, that's not even saying Drew
Bro,
Holiday
that's
or
because
Horford win,
that's
bro.
because Derek White is the best third option in the NBA, and
He
Jaylen
is
Brown is
not
a
the best
superstar.
third option in
I've
the
been telling
Best
you
NBA.
that
third
shit.
option in the
Oh
NBA.
yes,
But
he is.
Squeezy,
Oh
my
yes, he is.
Squeezy, my issue with
What?
you
Hands
brought up
down.
J Dub, you brought up J Dub, but you guys got fucking Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown is elite. He just he just
So
had
let
the
me
best
get this
season this
straight.
year.
Jaylen Brown's elite, and you claim Derek White's the best third option in the league, but you're saying Tatum,
Facts.
he needs to play well for them to win.
Derek
I'm
White.
trying to make this make sense.
Bro. OKC got a bunch of lineups that I could just throw out there, bro.
Hold
But
on,
See,
Like
I'm leaving
what?
somebody
Joe
out.
Mazzulla
Nobody's
don't
not
play
helping
the
me
bench
out.
though.
hold on,
Joe
time out.
Mazzulla never plays
Let's
his
look at this
bench.
realistically, y'all.
You said what?
Hold on. If you
Joe
play
Mazzulla never plays his bench.
hold on, time out.
He
If
only played
you
Hauser and Cornette,
time out.
and
If
that
you
shit's
put
crazy.
time
And he's
out, fellas.
garbage.
Time out. If you put an average NBA player, not saying an all-star, just a rotational player, right? If you put him on a team with two all-stars like Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, and then you got great role players like Drew Holiday and Al Horford and Peyton Pritchard, bro, you're gonna get so many open shots that it's not even gonna be funny. Like that's why Derek White excelled this year because there's nobody paying attention to him. Now see how his game go this year with Jason Tatum missing. Now he got to move up on the food chain. It's Jaylen Brown and him. He ain't gonna get them open shots. I guarantee you, he not gonna score like he scored last year. He not gonna be the same player because he doesn't have that other player that's taking the
Listen,
attention.
Yeah, he got to work on his in between game. You know what I'm saying?
the
But
Right.
nah,
Celtics.
but Derek White, the fastest player on our team. He's
No,
fast as
listen, I
fuck.
listen.
And if he work on that
He's
mid
a good
range and
player.
stop shooting threes, I'm telling you, he'll be all right.
Listen,
And
he's a
he's an
good
idiot.
player.
We got Joe
He can
Mazzulla as
play
a
on that
coach.
team any day. But we got to keep it real, y'all. Players benefit when they play with other great players, especially when you
Hey, you
got
cut it out, bro.
a two-headed monster like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. They command all the attention. And then don't
Right.
forget, y'all guys had Kristaps Porzingis, y'all
Mm-hmm.
had Drew Holiday, y'all had Peyton Pritchard, the sixth man of the year. So
Yeah.
ain't nobody like it's like when you're looking at it, it's like, all right, let Derek White do his thing because we really got to stop Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Porzingis. You feel me? But he got a lot of open shots, and kudos to Derek White. He did what he was supposed to do. He can play on anybody team, y'all. I just don't think he's a legit third option. I think he was in a great position this year where he could excel as a third option. But if you put him on the Detroit Pistons, he's not going to be the third option.
He actually gonna be starting in Detroit.
Hey,
He's
hey,
So,
tweaking.
hey,
listen,
hey,
he
He's
could
better
stop.
than Jaden
Squeezy.
Ivey.
Squeezy, why you guys don't start this center you guys have?
Did you not know that Derek White?
Nemias Kuta.
Give me a second.
Yeah,
Let me
yeah,
count on what he's saying. Did you not forget Derek White led the league in blocks twice as a guard? Did you
That's
not
all.
forget that?
That's
Derek
all
White
fine. But
made all defensive team 2 years in a
listen,
row, except for this year.
look,
And yeah,
okay,
so Derek White
that's
is
fine.
arguably Derek
Listen,
White and Drew Holiday was the best two-way backcourt in the league. It went along with Jaylen Brown, hands
listen.
down.
That's fine, but I just think that Derek White probably overachieved, and I wouldn't expect the same thing out of him with your
Derek
rock
White,
not stacked. That's
see,
all I'm saying. I've been
you
following the
can't
dude
put.
from San
Listen to
Antonio.
me, brother. Listen to me, brother. See, if you was talking about Austin Reeves, you had a point. You know what I'm saying? Because Austin Reeves feed off of AD, Luka, LeBron, D'Angelo Russell. You know what I'm saying, etc.
That's not
Derek
true.
White, Derek White could win a game without
No,
Jason Tatum
I tell you
or
what. Hey,
Jaylen
yo,
Brown.
listen. I
Derek
tell you
White is
what.
like that.
I
He's a
listen.
legit third option. I put him in the same category as
Listen.
Bam in the bio. He's a third
No,
option.
hell no, bro. I'm willing to
What?
bet. And listen, I'm willing to bet
What?
anything from a nickel to my life. If
Oh
you put
my God. Are
Austin
you
Reeves,
serious?
hold on. If you put Austin Reeves and Derek White on the
Bro,
court and roll the ball out there, Austin Reeves will crack his fucking head, Joe.
Derek
Austin
White is
Reeves is
better than Bam. What are
overrated.
you talking about?
I'm a Laker
Austin,
fan.
listen, bro.
Derek
I
White is
fucking
better
don't
than
want to pay
Bam.
him. I don't want us to pay him.
Listen. I'm a Laker fan too, but one thing
Pay
I'm not
who?
going to get to
You
listen.
want to pay him 100 million?
Pay
Listen, I don't
who?
want to pay. Listen, I don't want to pay nobody 100 million who not a bona fide
Pay
superstar.
who?
But unfortunately,
Pay
that's the
who?
way the league go. And by
Nah, we got Dalton Connect.
bro,
Wait,
don't connect.
Trade Austin Reeves.
Bro,
Trade him.
wait.
bro. That what should let you know how we are about Dalton
What's his
Connect.
name?
First
Ron
of all,
Tom? Is this Ron
yeah,
Tom talking?
yep. Listen, Dalton Connect was about
Okay.
to
What
be
up, Ron
traded.
Tom?
What's up with you, brother? Dalton Connect was on a trade block last year, and I like Dalton Connect. I love him. He can shoot. He can do it. He got a little bit of squabble with him, but I'm not going front, y'all. Seeing the growth of AR-15, like seeing his growth from the time from the time we picked him up undrafted up until now, you got to think about it, bro. Like how you got to think about it. It's hard. It would be hard to
Timmy Lee just said it best
listen. Hold on. It
in
would
the
be hard to
comments.
average 20 points on a game on a. Listen, when you playing on a team with Luka and LeBron, and you got two ball dominant wings, and you still can average 20 points, and you're a wing yourself. That means you can handle the ball and create your own offense, and that's what we
Hey.
do.
Somebody read Timmy Lee comments.
Let me see what Timmy Lee said.
I
Facts.
just said that. I agree.
Facts. Austin Reeves is not on Derek White level. That's a fact,
Uh,
bro.
No, he does. He
Austin
says he
Reeves is
doesn't
not
have the
that good, bro.
intangibles.
Listen, I tell you what. Look at how many games Austin won for us last year, and look how many games Derek White won for the Celtics.
Oh, he won a lot. You better check the playoffs. Austin Reeves don't do shit in the playoffs.
Get that, but
Hmm.
you got you.
He
Hey yo,
closed Miami. He
y'all
closed
keep.
Austin
out
Reeves
Miami.
pissed me off in the
He closed
playoffs.
out
Y'all listen. Hold
Philadelphia
on, hold
2
on.
years
Listen,
ago.
y'all
What
listen.
you
I
talking
keep
about?
it real, y'all.
You're a
I'm not.
casual. Stop saying Giannis requested a trade. He did not request a trade.
Yeah.
Stop spreading fake
Yeah,
news.
stop doing that,
Don't
bro.
even listen to them type of dudes, y'all. Don't even listen to that.
Yeah, don't even. Why are you spreading that bullshit?
Don't listen to that
He's
stuff.
trolling LT TV Combat Sports. He's trolling, dog. If Giannis requested a trade, Ticket would be back on this live.
Man.
That'd be breaking
Hey.
news, y'all. Everybody would be.
Exactly.
Ron
Ticket
Tom,
would
you
be
got a channel?
back.
Ron Tom, you
Huh?
got a channel? You got a channel, brother?
Yeah, I got a channel, but I'm like you, bro. I've been so inconsistent with it. Like
Yeah.
I ain't really been putting the time into it that I should, and everybody be tripping on me about it. So like
Yeah.
I said over this summer, man, I'm gonna do a lot of content, man, and because a lot of people be asking like, yo, bro, why you stop doing your show? Why you stop doing your show? And it's just like, oh man, sometimes I got real life shit going on. You feel me?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I ain't going front. I
Hey,
love
Ron Tom, I would like to have you on the show to talk about the Lakers, and whenever you're
man.
free.
Anytime you want, bro. I support anybody.
You have an Instagram or email I can get a hold of you or something, or we can
I
just.
got. I send you my. I put
I
my
was tapped in
email.
with Maz. I'm tapped in with Maz. I was tapped in with Maz. I was tapped in with LB. Rest in peace, LB.
That's my.
Um,
I tell you what.
I'm tapped in with Kareem Report. That's my guy. We be talking behind the
Listen,
scenes.
we done been on the channels together, bro. So, but I tell
Okay,
you
I
what.
thought you forgot who I was. Okay,
No,
cool.
nah,
No, we
see,
talked before.
listen. I'll put it in the chat, or you
I'm
can
tapped
get
in
my.
with James, my
You
guy.
can
Shout out
get
to
my
James.
private. You can get my private number from Mr. Mass, but I will put it in the chat for you, bro.
Yeah,
So we can
please.
link up. Definitely, definitely. I'll put it in the private chat for you, bro. Cause like I'll be linking with everybody, man. So,
Oh hell yeah. Me and
but I
me and me
got
and
you. We
Maz
can
even linked
definitely do a
up
show, bro.
because I'm from Cali.
Oh yeah, and you know what? I like talking to people from out there because they got their ear to the ground. You feel me?
Hell yeah.
Y'all know what's going on out there.
Me and Maz
All right,
talking
my
about
fellow
shit this year
Laker
for sure.
fans, let's do this. Top five
What's up,
Lakers
Ticket?
of all Top 5 Lakers of all time.
It's
You
not
got.
LeBron, Ramon
Can I go
James.
first? Can I go first? You got Kobe Bryant, Magic Johnson. You got Jerry West. You got Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and I would probably get that last spot, the
What about
Elgin
Shaq?
Baylor.
Shaq?
The only reason why I hold it against Shaq because Shaq played for so many other teams. You feel me? It's the same reason why I
Yeah.
don't give Kareem the greatest Laker of all time because you had a 6-year career in Milwaukee before you even got there.
Hold on. What about LeBron, Ramon James? He run
No.
your bubble ring.
Hell no. Hell
If you
no.
talking about Laker history, bro, like you can't omit Jerry West. You can't.
Jerry West is in my top 5 of Lakers of all
Yeah,
time. He's
you got Kobe,
absolutely
you
a
got
top 5
Magic,
Laker of all time.
you got Kobe, Magic, and Kareem. That's absolute locks. So now, if somebody
And
wants to,
Jerry's a lock, bro. I think Jerry's a lock
Yeah.
too. I think
that's
those
what I
4 are
said. You got
locks.
Hey,
4 locks. Now, if you want to argue,
Ron Time. They want to use his Cleveland and Miami career and put it on the Lakers. They think that counts.
no, that don't count. We're not
That
talking
don't
about
count.
overall career. We just talking about Laker career, and that's the
We're talking
only.
about Laker career.
That's the
Yeah.
only reason why I would give the nod over Elgin Baylor over Shaq because Elgin was a Laker his whole career. And he was like great. And the year he retired is the year he finally won a chip. You know what I mean?
Well,
His mission chip was
this
the
is
year
their
he actually
narrative.
retired
This is their
halfway through the
narrative.
season.
This is their narrative. Ron Time.
Can I throw an honorable
And nobody in
mention
the
to,
Lakers been to 8 straight finals. And none
I
of the Lakers.
gotta just mention his name, just to at least say his name is mentioned. James Worthy's mentioned. His name has to at least be mentioned. I
Who?
don't give it to him, but his name got to be mentioned. He's
Absolutely, James.
definitely in
Get
the
an
top
honorable
10
mention.
Lakers of all time.
He would be in the top 6 or 7 Lakers of all time. He
Yeah.
would, James, and the only reason why I say because like you can't omit Jerry West from what he did to us on the court and what he did
I
for
mean, at the end of the day, James Worthy won a Finals MVP with Magic and Kareem on the roster.
yeah,
So that to me gets forgotten by Laker fans. You know what
that
I'm saying?
but
Like
think about
that
this.
man won a Finals MVP
Think about this though, bro. Look, not just his offensive playing career. Look what Jerry West did for us in the front office too.
for sure.
You feel me? So
He
it's
may be the most, if you count everything, playing, general manager, all that. Jerry
that's
West might be the most impactful NBA player of all time, bro. Low
absolutely
key.
like that might be
Look at what he did
MJ.
with Memphis, bro. Look how he turned Memphis around. And then he was there in Golden State too. Yeah, bro. He might be the GOAT NBA like legacy kind of guy,
Yeah,
iconic
iconic,
wise.
absolutely. A lot of
There's
people
a
can't.
reason he's the logo now. I see
Hey,
why. The NBA
hey,
knew with Jerry.
hey, my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. This is gonna be
Now
the
you good.
LeBron James coalition narrative. They gonna be like,
Hold
LeBron
on.
James went to 8 straight finals. Nobody in the
No, no,
Lakers
no,
did
no, no, no,
that.
no. No,
And
I'm
LeBron
about to
James
shut
is the
that
all-time
down.
scoring leader.
I'm about to shut that down. If y'all could just
Shaq
give me
ain't
the
did
floor
that.
for 1
Kobe
minute.
got carried by
I'm
Shaq.
let me
Kobe got
give
carried
me the
by
floor
Shaq.
for
He
1
played in
minute
the
on
league
this.
era.
Yeah, please
Did
go ahead.
y'all no, hold on. Did any of y'all happen to see there's a clip of Richard Jefferson talking about how all these, and it's very weird to me, and watching that video was very alarming. All these NBA owners selling their teams. There have been so many franchises in the last 3 4. What do they know? What do they think?
I,
Could it be that LeBron James is ruining the NBA and these people are just trying to get out the league?
no, that
Maybe.
no. I'm about to tell you what it is, bro.
Maybe.
Ownership is going in a new direction. You got all these hedge fund groups that's buying all these teams, and with the way this they set up the CBA, these dudes who are not named like Steve Ballmer, who got hundreds of billions of dollars. You
Oh,
know what I mean?
so they could afford to go into the luxury
Luxury
tax.
tax, and then you got
Yeah.
teams like let's say like the Lakers, who are owned. Their family business is the Lakers. So whatever the Lakers worth, that's what they family worth. You know what I mean? And you got to understand that the Lakers had to split money 6 ways between all the bus kids. So if just say for a safe number, the Lakers make $200 million in profit 1 year. That got to get split 6 ways between the bus kids and the minorities got to get their money. You feel me? So it's like, damn, y'all, we can't spend $80 million in luxury taxes if we not contending because quite frankly, we just don't got it. We just don't got it. We don't have that money like Steve Ballmer where he could say, man, the hell with the luxury tax. I got paper. You feel me? The
Yeah.
hell, the Golden State Warriors, they got paper. And a lot of these big name groups are starting to buy into the
And they
NBA.
can trade Jonathan Kuminga to get some back. So
You feel me? And now look what Steve Ballmer did. He set a new precedent. He said, I don't need you to build me an arena. I'm going to build my own arena. You feel me?
Yeah,
And when you're dealing with paper like that, that's just like, just let's say on an everyday human level, right? If I make $25,000 a year working and you make $100,000 a year working, me and my family can't do the same things you and your family do. You feel me?
Yeah.
We can't do that. We can't afford to do that. And now with all these big money people buying into the NBA, you got to think about it. It's like, yo, yes, okay. And you got to think about it. All these big money teams buying into the NBA, Mark Cuban, who was Jeannie Buss' best friend, and the team owners, the guy from Milwaukee who was Jeannie Buss' other friend, they all said, Jeannie, get out now. Now, if you really look at the dynamic of everything, Jeannie Buss coming out saying, we told LeBron and them we were selling the Lakers before the season even started. So LeBron knew the Lakers were up for sale. The NBA knew the Lakers were up for sale. The mass public didn't know the Lakers was up for sale. So now the Luka trade to LA makes sense. Well, hey, if this guy gonna buy the Lakers for $10 billion, we got to put a new star there because 40-year-old LeBron ain't gonna generate the money he need to make his money back. And for Dallas, for y'all giving up Luka, we're gonna give y'all the first overall. We're gonna give y'all the overall first pick in the draft. And so, like, I never seen it coming until I seen the sell of the Lakers. I said that was the last piece of the puzzle, y'all. I said that's why Luka got traded to LA for absolutely nothing. You seeing Mikal Bridges go for 5 first-round picks, and Luka only went for 1, even though he got an all-world player in return to Anthony Davis, all NBA, all that. But Luka went for 1 draft pick, y'all. 1 draft pick.
There's better options. There's better options for other teams.
Nico Collins only reached out to the Lakers and the Timberwolves. He said Anthony Edwards straight up for Luka Doncic. The Timberwolves said no.
And Giannis, the same thing with Giannis too.
And
they try to trade Luka to get Giannis. They try to get.
Shit, I would trade Luka for Anthony Edwards straight up.
I probably would have said no.
Hell yeah.
Now you got to think about it. Anthony Edwards 3 years, 4 years younger than Luka, y'all.
Let me tell y'all something about people from the Balkans, because my family and me are from the Balkans.
Okay.
They're very nonchalant. Luka, he don't care that much, bro. I'm telling y'all right now. He don't care.
Bro, he was crying when he got traded.
He don't care, bro.
Come on, man. You crazy,
He just
man.
don't give a fuck.
He cried. What you mean? He cried when he got traded to LA. He wanted to stay in Dallas.
Luka might retire before Jason Tatum. Mark my words, bro. Mark my words.
Tatum. Oh, yes. Okay, yeah.
He might retire before him, and he's younger. Remember that. Trust me.
I think Luka, he's taking care of his health
just like I'm guaranteeing within 2 years, Jokic will be out the league. He's gonna retire in 2 years. Within 2-3 years, he's gone. Trust me.
Yeah. You can say that. I think like more so with Luka. I think now he's really taking his diet more serious. You know, so.
He don't give a fuck about dieting. He don't give a fuck about getting in shape. That's why he's always having these knick-knack injuries. And I said this about Jokic, and everyone laughed at me on Player's Choice when I said it back in the day. I said for the Nuggets to win a championship, Jokic needs to care more about getting in shape and playing better defense. The second he did that, the Nuggets won the fucking chip. I'm saying the same thing about Luka. The second Luka starts caring more about conditioning. Because when you're in great condition, if y'all played sports, I played sport. I never went pro, but I went damn close. I know what it takes. I know what it takes, right? I know what it takes. And I know one thing, conditioning matters. How well you're in shape matters. It does, because you're not going to be tweaking your calf. You're not going to be tweaking a hamstring or a groin when you're in tip-top shape, when your fitness is at its highest level. And that's why Luka's constantly hurt, because he eats like shit, and he fucking doesn't care about conditioning.
Hookah, drink alcohol, yeah, you're right. He does hookah. He'll hookah, drink alcohol. Yeah, I agree. He doesn't really take that much care of his
shit
body,
matters. There's a discipline. There's a discipline that comes with being great. All that shit matters. How you eat, your conditioning, fitness levels, that all matters. Because when you're in tip-top shape, you're not going to be getting these little knick-knack injuries.
Hey, did y'all see that AI photo of Luka where they made Luka hella skinny? and Laker fans just reposted it.
I bet, bro. I bet. And I'm a Laker fan, and I love my Lakers. I'm going to always love my Lakers, but the direction they're heading in, I don't like it. I don't.
Yeah, but I got a question with. So like I think that what the Nico Harrison seen possibly because Nico Harrison he works out with Kobe, man. He was doing business with him and he's seen how hard his work ethic
Nico
is.
Harris used to work.
So he
Used to work for
probably
He
Nike.
probably
saw
seen something
how
from
Luca.
Luka.
He used to
So
work
he
for
probably
Nike.
Yeah,
saw
he
how
probably
Luca was too nonchalant and not caring, and that's why he fucking traded him.
yeah
I applaud him. Good for
yeah.
him.
So did y'all just miss what I just told y'all about the overall scheme of that Luka trade? That had nothing to do with Luka being fat, y'all. That was just something that they used to keep the public misdirected that the Lakers was up for sale. That was all part of the scheme, bro. It was,
Two things can be true. Two things can be true.
yeah, you feel me? So, like, I mean, they used that as an excuse, but like, come on, man. The man was just in the finals the year before and lost to a better team. Nobody can be mad at Dallas for losing to Boston that year. Boston was a better team. You feel me? There was
No,
a
let's not do that. Dallas, no. Dallas was a good team too. Let's not. They had a great roster.
listen,
We can't deny that.
Wait a minute, hold up. Did we just not go down what Boston had when they won the championship?
They had two great centers like Lively, Daniel Gafford. So that's good. They
They're
had
not good. They're role players. They're not great. They're good for what
that's
Yeah,
they
Kyrie.
that,
Kyrie. Come on, man. They had a good team. But
The reason
Luka,
we killed Dallas is because
okay, let's go.
Kyrie
I'll
didn't play good. They was attacking
tell
Luca,
you what,
and we had
just
too
go.
much wing depth.
Hey, somebody
Too
just
much
pull
wing
up the
depth.
roster and y'all go spot for some spot and y'all tell me who had a better team and
no.
had.
But I'm saying this. When
No,
you
Oh,
have
Dallas had a
Boston
better
had the better
roster, but
team.
Boston had a better starting
Absolutely,
five.
Boston had a better.
but that's not no excuse for Dallas. They still had an opportunity. I don't. If you have two stars or like superstar
Yeah.
players and some decent role players,
Yeah, but
you should still go all out. You should still
This
go.
what
There's no
y'all got to
excuses.
understand.
No excuses.
Somebody has to lose, y'all.
No excuses.
Somebody has to
Yeah.
lose. Everybody
my
can't
thing,
win it.
my thing with Luca, that this is what grinds my gears with him. The blueprint has been out with him. I'm not taking anything away offensively. He is an amazing basketball player with the ball in his hands. He can score from anywhere. He can get everyone involved. He can make unbelievable passes. However, teams found out that his conditioning wasn't at peak, so they attacked him all game. So when the fourth quarter game came, when your leg, and I wish Ticket was here, he would co-sign this. When you're tired, your legs are gone. Therefore, you're going to miss more shots. You're going to be alligator arming him, or you're going to be overshooting him and hitting back rim because you're tired. And that's why Luka in the fourth quarter he couldn't win games because defensively and his conditioning was horrible.
I
He's a
mean,
fucking cone on defense.
listen. How many players in the and everybody keep talking about this defensive stuff, right? How many players that y'all actually see like play lockdown? Get my man not scoring defense. It's not too many of them in the NBA, especially with these new rules,
Not
y'all.
anymore. Yeah,
Yeah.
not anymore.
Listen,
It's the new rules. You're right,
listen.
Roger.
I give y'all this. Luca wasn't in the shape that I would want him to be in if I was paying him. But at the end of the day, you got to think about it. Damn, if this motherfucker just got us to the finals, you feel me? And everybody's saying he's fat and out of shape. I would love to see what this would be if this dude can get in shape. You feel me? So like, and then you got to understand, Luca was 25 going to the finals. Y'all do realize Michael Jordan never made the finals till he was 28.
Yeah.
There's a flip side to that, bro, because like homie just said, yes, there were questions about his fat and out of shape, but Nico Harrison probably saw he's not taking it seriously, so why am I gonna pay him and build around him?
I mean, that factors into it, him getting a super max and all that. But like, you got to understand the big picture I just laid out for y'all. Now, what star was LA going to be able to get coming out of free agency or trade that would have made the impact that would have valued their franchise at $10 billion? It was probably one or two, y'all. Steph passed his prime, LeBron passed his prime, KD passed his prime. You can't look at,
SGA or Ant, that's it.
okay, right, SGA and we know SGA was unavailable, and they tried for Ant. You feel me?
They try to get Giannis too. They try to trade to get Giannis.
They say their first two stops was Giannis and SGA.
No, Ant-Man. It was Ant-Man. No, it was Ant-Man.
I mean Ant-Man and Giannis. Excuse me, not SGA. My mistake. But like I said, if I'm Minnesota, if I probably got any other star besides Ant or SGA, I'm making that trade for Luka. Ant and SGA probably the only two people that I wouldn't trade Luka for, just because SGA the same age. But Obviously, he's a champ.
SGA is the better player too. He fucking plays defense.
I give you that. I love GA, bro. I
Give me
love.
SGA over Luka any day, bro. Give me the guy who plays defense.
Listen,
Give me that all day. I want guys who can play both sides of the fucking court, not get
listen,
stuck. Oh, he had 38 points and 12 assists, but he allowed 45 on the fucking other end.
listen.
What the fuck?
And I know Steve Ballmer's kicking himself in the ass listening to Kawhi talk about go get me Paul George when you had SGA. All you had to do was wait a year or two, Kawhi. All you had to do was wait a year.
Nah. Let's not do that, bro. Listen, that at that time you would have done that trade too, man.
I'm not trading. Listen, bro.
No, you just saying that. You just saying that because you see how Shea plays now. Let's
right after it all played out. But let me
If
tell you,
Luka as good as everyone claims, he would have won an MVP by now. What's taking him so long to win an MVP? If he's as great as people love to make him,
bro,
how hasn't he won MVP yet?
Time out. Hold on, bro. First of all, the MVP, the trophy, that can go to anybody. That don't always go to the most valuable player in the league. If that's the case, Michael Jordan had 15 of them. You feel me? So it's context with that. You feel me? Why has he been in the top 3 for MVP? Absolutely. Absolutely. Everybody can't win the MVP, bro. If everybody could win the MVP, there'd be a bunch of them in the Hall of Fame. You think about this. Think about this. Like, you said he ain't even got an MVP yet. Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. Hold on. Let me tell you this.
3-4 years, Ron. He don't got one.
Listen. In what world, in what basketball world is it safe to say that Steve Nash should have more MVPs than Kobe Bryant or Shaquille O'Neal?
Or Shaq, yeah.
You feel me? So like that kind of make me put like a less of a burden on the MVP because that's more like who they want to be the face of the NBA or who they want, and it's not actually who's the most valuable player in the league. You feel me? So like I kind of don't lean on the MVP like as far as trying to promote it as it's a great award achievement to have, but it's not awesome. It's not always clear cut. I'm the most valuable. Now to this year, Shea deserved the MVP. They got it right this year. You feel me? They got it right this year.
They definitely got it right this year.
I think they got it right that year Jokic running.
I agree.
You feel me? But like some of these years, though, when you talk about MVPs, like when you tell me, and this is no knock to my man D Rose, but you tell me you look in basketball history and you see Derrick Rose and Kobe Bryant got the same amount of MVPs. I can't eat.
Hey, I got some breaking news.
What's that?
Bucks re-signed Jericho Sims to 2-year contract.
Who? What?
Jericho Sims.
Man, I don't know any of these niggas. What the fuck? All right, let me look.
Dennis Schroeder went to the Kings
he
too.
Played for the Knicks and then he was on the Bucks. He played a huge part when the Bucks won the.
Oh, you talking about the center, the light skinned guy with the afro?
Yeah, but they have.
Okay, never mind.
I don't know why they don't play him. He cool. Yeah, he's
the Bucks traded Pat Connaughton. Hold on, they traded Pat Connaughton.
They got to trade him, man. They had to trade him.
They did.
Hey, yo, think about this, y'all. This is the worst year ever to be a free agent in the NBA. Nobody has
for
money.
2 second-round picks and Vasily Micic.
Oh,
Micic, yeah. For 2 second-rounders and Vasily Micic to Charlotte.
And he a sitter?
I don't even know, bro.
Wait a minute. Somebody look him up.
It should have been traded him, but now that's crazy though. Now the Bucks want to make all these unique trades now. Now they want to do it.
Making moves.
Nah, he's a guard. He's 6'3", 188. He's a guard.
He's a guard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me look him up. Who is this? How you spell his name? VAS.
VA. Just type in VAS and then type in his last name, Micic. MICIC.
MIC.
I see.
Okay, I see it. He's 31 years old. Who the fuck is this dude?
He's Serbian.
Oh, he's a Serb.
Yep.
Oh, he didn't get no burn, but he probably good overseas. That's probably why. That's probably what the Bucks seen in him.
Yeah, noticing how the league is making a turn towards these international players, y'all.
Hey, Pat Connaughton sucks. So I mean, shit, he probably could help the Bucks.
The three best players in the league are not born in the USA. Think about it. The 4 best players in the league. The top 4 players in the league are not born in the USA. Jokic, Giannis, SGA, and Luka.
No, Tatum better than Luka. No, Tatum is better than Luka.
Listen. I'm not putting them in order. I'm just saying the top 4 players in the league are not born in America. Tatum is the 5th best. He's American.
But I'm gonna tell you, I give Jason Tatum.
I wouldn't say number 5. Tatum's number 3.
Because Tatum is a champion, y'all. And he was the
That's
and
what
he
I'm
was
saying,
So
bro.
are
That's
the
what I'm
other
saying.
three guys.
yo, but
Tatum
I'm
was not. Tatum was
listen,
number
I get it.
Wait, wait,
number
who
5
said
before he won
Tatum's
the
three?
championship.
So who are you
Yeah,
You
putting
put
Tatum
Luka
ahead
over
of?
Tatum for what? You put Luka over Tatum. Tatum's over Luka.
Yeah, he
Harden,
just beat
Tatum, it
Luca.
clears
He just
SGA
beat
and
Luca.
Luca. What are you talking
No, he
Yeah,
don't
about?
clear SGA, bro. Stop it
Yeah,
with
you
that,
know
man.
what? You know
He
SGA
what?
is
don't
not
clear
Tatum is
better than
better
SGA.
than
him.
Luca.
How is he
Tatum
better
is
than
better
him?
than Luca. But
listen,
Tatum's not better than
What is
SGA,
career
Giannis, or
rankings?
Jokic.
Giannis,
Shit,
Bro,
Jokic,
no.
and SGA,
if
probably the
Boston
best
never
three in
got
the league.
Fuck
Tatum, they would have never
no.
made all these Eastern Conference. What are you talking about? SGA came out the same year as Tatum. I don't want to hear that shit,
And,
bro.
and, and
He had a
Tatum went
way
to the
better team
finals
than
2
him.
times. I gotta admit,
The
Tatum went to
fuck?
the finals 2 times. I
You
gotta
acting
give
like
him that.
Jason Tatum had a superior roster, just like fucking what you call it? Because Kyrie was hurt,
Tatum has
Gordon
had a
Hayward was hurt.
superior
Did y'all
roster.
forget that?
Yo, but listen, but y'all
Y'all
can't.
acting like he ain't played with fucking Chris Paul and Darren and what's the other guy that he had in the Thunder? Did he play with
Giannis.
Oladipo? Like, come on now.
Listen, but hold on, but y'all can't take.
Oh, he was
Y'all
in
can't
the
listen.
Clippers
Y'all
when
can't take.
Oladipo and
Y'all can't take.
No. I'm
If
talking about the
Jason
Thunder.
Tatum
Didn't
take
he have
away because
Oladipo?
he had
I
a
know
good
he had
roster.
Schroeder.
no.
Why y'all can't spin a narrative and say Jason Tatum made players better and they won a championship?
Exactly.
They had a great team.
Listen,
Nobody won it per Singers or Drew
listen.
Holiday. Now it's suddenly these guys are
Do
superior.
you know how many
They
great? Do you
super.
know how
These
many
all
great
stars
teams?
now. Stop
Do
it.
you know how many great teams I've seen? How
Hold on,
many?
let me ask you this. We all real basketball fans here. This is going to be a good debate. Who had the better running mates? Jason Tatum when they won the chip or Kobe in 2010 on that Lakers team?
We all
Because
know the
Tatum
answer
had
to
a
that.
better team.
We all
Tatum
know.
Jalen
had the
Brown
fucking
cleared
better
Kyle
cast
Gasol.
than Kobe
Jalen
did
Brown
in
cleared Kyle
2010.
So
Gasol.
hold on. Let me tell you something. If you go player for player, right? Boston don't have nobody down in the post that's the equivalent to Paul Gasol. You feel me? They
Yeah,
don't have.
okay, but I'm
Hold
accounting
on.
Porzingis, Drew Holiday, Derek White, and Jaylen Brown.
Okay, now let me tell you something. You had the sixth man of the year in Lamar Odom. You
Who's
had
better, him or Jaylen Brown?
no, he was Jalen. You can't compare Lamar Odom to Jaylen Brown because Lamar Odom wasn't the second option. You got to
Yeah.
compare Jaylen Brown to Paul Gasol. You feel me? So now you
Oh
look.
no, don't get me started with Powell
No, but Powell's a two-time champion, bro. So
because of
now,
Kobe. Kobe
hey,
made him a Hall of Famer.
hey, yo, listen, I agree with you, but he did it. He did it.
Pau Gasol, if Pau Gasol never went to the Lakers, we would have looked at him like any other big man. We
Right,
would have been looking at him like he's Jermaine O'Neal or some shit.
but
Like he
Jermaine
put
O'Neal,
great numbers up, couldn't win shit.
I ain't gonna
Jermaine
lie. I
O'Neal,
ain't gonna lie. That's a
listen,
good comparison.
Jermaine O'Neal was fire though, bro. And if you listen, I'm gonna tell you, if you listen to that power forward circle from his era, Rasheed Wallace, Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan, listen to the way the boys talk about Jermaine O'Neal.
But
They
all
say,
three of those guys are better than Pau Gasol.
listen, I agree with you, right? I agree with you, but let me ask you a question. Was Paul Gasol the same player in Memphis that he was in LA? Absolutely not. He was a
No.
better version of himself in LA.
Because he played with
No.
Kobe and Kobe
He played
toughened
with,
his
Very
ass
much
up
right,
because
better.
right,
he was
but,
soft as toilet paper.
but now think about this, y'all. Think about this. We had Paul Gasol, right? Paul Gasol. We had Lamar Odom, the sixth man a year. We had
Uh-huh.
Ron Artest, who was a defensive.
Aging Ron Artest, old over the hill Ron Artest. Go
I, he,
ahead.
listen, I couldn't say Ron Artest was over the hill because
He was over the hill by 2010, bro.
he was
He
not.
was done.
He was not. Okay, so why did Cole make him come play with him? I need you, Ron. He got
Because we
Ron.
lost Ariza. We
Listen,
needed him. We
and
needed
we
a wing guy.
and Ron stepped in and did what he was supposed
But
to
I
do.
would have rather kept Ariza, if you ask me.
If we was talking about for a longer stretch, yeah, because Ariza was younger. But if we comparing careers, he can't hold around our.
Oh yeah, of course, of course. But all I'm saying is Artest was he was entering his what 11th, 12th year.
That's why.
His best basketball was already behind him.
Hey, yo, let me ask you a question. Who hit the game-winning shot in the championship?
Ron man.
Okay, then. Okay,
Queens,
then.
baby.
Yeah, the
Don't get
Queen.
me wrong, bro. Listen, Queens all day, baby. I love Ron Artest. I love LO. I wish LO was at a better place in his life right now, and
Oh
hopefully he
no, hey,
gets there.
yo, no,
But
he doing great right now. Yo, do you know he owned like 3 rehab centers? He owned.
good for him, bro. I'm
Yeah.
glad.
They said
Kobe would be proud.
I just read an article on him. He got money back, but this dude actually opened up 3 drug rehabilitation centers,
Good for
and that's
him.
thriving. You know what I mean? I said, damn, that's a great move for Lamar. You feel me?
But I love Lamar, right? But right, if we look at third options, where does he like? You know what I mean? Kobe went back to back with Powell and Lamar Odom. Like, great, good, solid players. But, like, if you're comparing all these all-time greats, they don't hold a candle to some of these. Like, why does Kobe always get slandered for having Shaq, but Magic don't get slandered for having Kareem?
Bro,
That shit never made sense to me.
I made the same argument. I said
That
Jordan
shit
got
always baffled me. Everyone's like, "Oh, Kobe had Shaq," and I'm like, "Magic had Kareem and Worthy." What the fuck we getting at here?
yeah, and
But we don't see anyone say
yo,
that.
and it's another thing people like kind of misinterpret what I say about this. I say y'all act like Mike the only one 6-0 in finals. They said, name somebody else who's 6-0 in finals? I said fucking Scottie Pippen. I said, and guess what? Mike didn't win shit till Scottie came of age. I said Mike didn't win anything until Scottie Pippen came of age. He had 7 years in Chicago by himself before Scottie even got there. And
he came. Scottie got there in 88.
88
or
Mike
89.
came out in 83. So Mike had a 5. Remember,
A 4-year stretch, 4 or 5 year stretch.
No, remember, in a 10-year period, it's 11 NBA seasons. And in a decade, it's actually 11 NBA seasons. The way the seasons roll over, so you can get 11 NBA seasons in a 10-year period. So okay, Mike had 6 years in Chicago. He couldn't win shit until Scottie Pippen came of age. The same way I tell people, Shaq couldn't win shit until Kobe Bryant came of age. They said, "What do you mean?" I said, "Bro, he had Penny Hardaway, Nick Anderson, Derek Scott, Dennis Scott, Horace Grant, Scott." I said he had a team in Orlando. They got whooped.
Yep.
Okay, I'll give you. He was a young pup. I said,
No. That's bullshit, bro. Let me tell you why, and I'm sorry for cutting you off. They fucking named him as a top 50 NBA player of all time in his second season. I don't want to hear that shit. That's lame. That's lame. They already crowned him at that point. They crowned him as a top 50 player of all time, and he was in his second season, third season. I don't want to hear that. Nope.
Listen, that was off of projection, right? Because everybody knew Shaq was him. But bro, in 94 and 95, I don't care what nobody say, Akeem Olajuwon was the best player in the world, bro.
Of course.
And people could say
not even close.
But I'm telling you,
he was beating his ass during Ramadan. He wasn't even eating, and he was giving Shaq the business.
I tell people, I said, bro, Akeem was the best player in the world, so it don't surprise me he chewed Shaq up. That's the point I was trying to make.
Yeah.
I said, and then think about it. I said, Shaq came to the Lakers in '96. I said, bro, the Lakers was stacked. All they were missing
Eddie
was
Jones, Van Exel, Eldon Campbell, bro.
I said, bro, did you forget they had an all-star backcourt when he got to LA? Nick Van Exel and Eddie Jones made the all-star team.
And they had Eldon Campbell.
Cedric Ceballos, they had a team.
They had a squad.
And they couldn't get it done until that
That's
boy.
why I always tell people, bro, and I will die on this hill. Everyone loves to say Kobe needed Shaq. Shaq needed Kobe more than Kobe needed Shaq. I've said it on this stream. I'm going to keep saying it. Shaq was 32 and 34 in the playoffs until that 99-2000 season when they started winning, when Kobe emerged. He was under 500 in the playoffs. And like you just greatly iterated, he had great teams. There was no reason for that. It was when Kobe became Kobe that Shaq started winning championships.
Hey, yo, and who won more chips without each other? Kobe won more without Shaq.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, Kobe's been to 3, 1, 2. Shaq's only been to 2, 1, 1. So that ends that. And we can't forget the fact that, you know, Shaq is considered the most dominant all the time. Bro, he's been swept in the playoffs like 5 times in his career.
No, let me tell you what I heard.
Rick Smits and Reggie Miller swept him out the playoffs.
Listen, let me
3-0.
Let me tell you what I heard Phil Jackson said, and you can look this up. It's in one of his books. He was talking about the Shaq-Kobe dynamic. Why did you always make Kobe defer to Shaq? He said because Shaquille O'Neal is the most unstoppable force the NBA has ever seen. And Phil Jackson said, I would take you one better. Now, this is not my word, y'all. This is Phil Jackson words. If I had Shaquille O'Neal and Michael Jordan on the same team, guess who had to defer? Because there's no answer for Shaquille O'Neal in that time. He said
7-1, 330. Yeah, there's no answer for that.
He said even if I had Michael Jordan on that team, I would have had Shaq as the first option. And he said, damn, that's saying a lot. He said because he was just that dominant, y'all. He just needed the right piece to go with him. And the right piece was that number 8 fucker. That young kid out of Philly. That was the right piece.
I mean, bro, this is what I love to acknowledge these youngins, bro. You remember Game 4 against Indiana, right? When Shaq fouled out, Kobe was playing on that sprained ankle after Jalen Rose. He did what he did,
Yeah.
bro. Doug Collins was saying it on the broadcast. They were running the same exact plays that Phil used to run for Mike. And
Yeah.
this was a 21-year-old Kobe Bryant on the grandest stage, and he took over the game.
Do you remember what he said? Do you remember what he said during that game? I'm gonna give you his direct quote. When Kobe hit that crossover and that step back.
Yeah, that was filthy, that move.
Listen,
Ugh.
do you know?
Ugh.
Do you know what your man has said? Who did you just mention?
Doug Collins.
But he was doing the play-by-play that game.
The broadcast, yep.
And
Him and Marv Albert.
with him and Marv Albert? And what did Marv Albert say? NBA, a star has just been born.
Yep. A
That
star
was
has just been born.
words. He said, NBA, y'all just seen a star has just been born, and Mr. Kobe Bryant.
Yep.
Remember to calm down. I got this.
I got this, yo.
I got this. Yo, Jalen Rose said, yo, people thought he was trash talking us. He said Kobe was talking to his bench when he did that. Yo, shut up. I got this. I got this, y'all. I got this. Chill. At the age of 21. He was ready at the age of 21.
Yep. Exactly, bro. That matters to me. He was ready. The stage didn't bother him at 21.
And even though Shaq was the lead that first championship, I said, y'all go back and compare the second championship to the rest of their run. I said,
Bro, but everyone gets. I know Shaq averaged 38 and 16, and everyone but Kobe got Jalen Rose, and it killed his stats. He ended the game with like 4 points. That killed his average. That's why his average was so low in that finals because of that game.
Because of that game, and people don't. Oh, he only averaged 17 that finals. I said, bro, yeah, I do remember he missed the game with the.
He got hurt in the first quarter. It was like the first 6-7 minutes of the game he got hurt.
And Jalen Rose said, "Man, I ain't."
And that was and let's not also undermine the fact that, bro, that was a horrible ankle roll. Bro, his ankle was touching the hardwood.
And
like,
Jalen Rose said,
most players wouldn't have even played, probably, bro.
What did Jalen Rose say? He said, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I did that shit on purpose because we couldn't stop him.
Yep.
We couldn't stop him. I did that shit on purpose. And guess what? That shit still backfired on him. Because you remember that shit and gave me 81 in Toronto. So, like I say, man, like people talk that talk, but when you talk about basketball, bro, like they could talk about stats, they could talk about everything they want. You got dudes saying now rings don't count. And I said, wait a minute. You just said the ring culture is fucked up, it ain't count. But then in the next breath, your goddamn agent come out and say, oh, he want to play for a championship. For what? If the rings don't count, why do you want to play for a championship?
Man, trade that. And it's fucked up now because Lakers can't really trade him. They can't trade him, but who would want him?
It would have
to Dallas. Dallas don't want it, bro. Dallas got a set team already without him.
Lakers can't trade who? You talking about LeBron?
LeBron fucking Ramon James.
It would have to be somewhere to go.
Hey, Ron, I'm gonna be honest. He's not gonna go nowhere.
Nah, I don't think so either. He's too established in LA, bro. His businesses, his life out there, and I'm pretty sure Savannah don't want to move from LA either.
But Savannah also said she wants his ass to retire soon.
Hey, listen, that's a big difference.
Happy wife, happy life. That's all I'm gonna say.
Because I'm saying I want you to retire don't mean I want to move out of LA. You feel me?
Yeah, that's a fact.
Like, I love it here. Sunny weather. I'm out, me and Zuri out all day, every day in the public eye. Everybody love us. There's everything going on here. Why would I want to move?
Wait, but my thing is, yeah, I think LeBron's just retired, man, in my opinion, because I think Luka's looking at this now, and the Lakers don't make moves, man, like getting DeAndre Ayton and making some more moves.
Listen, bro,
I'm not resigning with this bitch ass team, bro. Fuck the Lakers.
Let me tell you something about Luka. Listen.
LeBron will be holding this franchise back as long as he's there.
Listen, let me tell you.
The second LeBron leaves, Luka will start flourishing, and the Lakers will start flourishing.
Let me tell y'all something, y'all. The decision was made on LeBron James when they traded for Luka Doncic, bro. The day they traded for Luka Doncic, I mean, maybe his stands and all his fans say it, but the day they traded for Luka Doncic, bro, that became Luka's team.
Agreed. Yeah.
That became Luka's team. So now think about it. Anthony Davis said, man, I asked for a center for 5 years. They wouldn't give me one. After Dwight and them left, I've been begging for a center. They wouldn't give me one. Luka Doncic was in town for 5 hours, and what's the first thing they did? Luka said, "I need a center." What's the first thing they did? Oh, first round pick, Dalton Connect, get the fuck out of here. Cam Reddish, get out of here. Give us Mark Williams, because that's who Luka wanted, and that goes to show you right then and there. Damn, you got an all-world, all-NBA player, the anchor of your team, who y'all supposed to have gave the keys to. He been telling y'all what he need for the last 4 years, and y'all never accommodated him. That's why I tell people, I said, bro, they never gave the keys to the franchise to Anthony Davis. Because if they did, the team would have been built around Anthony Davis and not LeBron James. That's where the Lakers fucked up at. They should have started building the team around Anthony Davis. They could have still did that with LeBron James. But no, they didn't give AD what he wanted. Not even what he wanted, what he needed to be successful. Man, I know I could go get 25 and 12, but if y'all go get me a center, I can go get us 35 and 15.
And my thing is, like, I'm happy for AD, man. He's in a way better situation now, man.
I feel y'all on the LeBron thing, but what do y'all think about Shams Charania reporting that if LeBron doesn't feel like the Lakers are in a championship situation, he's reporting that he'll leave?
Good.
He even go where? Is he gonna get traded or cut?
No, he would get traded, but by him having a no trade clause, it would have to be somewhere that he approved to.
Bro, listen, nobody wants him, man. Really.
Listen, do y'all understand? It don't matter what LeBron James want. We already got our franchise player. That's what I was worried about. I said, damn, AD gonna be 33, 34 when LeBron leave. You feel me? That's kind of too old to be building.
What about if you send LeBron home to Cleveland? LeBron James package for Donovan Mitchell.
I don't want. First of all, he can't play defense. Austin Reaves can't play defense, or Luka can't play defense. So I do not want them in the same backcourt. I do not want them in the same backcourt.
You gotta be real picky with who you get for LeBron.
I'm not even going front. I want to go back and revisit that trade they wanted to do. I wouldn't mind trading Austin Reaves for DeJounte Murray right now. Straight up, trade for trade.
I like that.
Because that gives Luka what he needs, a defensive backcourt guy who can actually score too.
Yep. DeJounte Murray makes perfect sense for the Lakers.
Absolutely. I will revisit that if I was Rob.
With the Lakers, it's not about names. It's about fits, bro. You got to find players that fit the play style of what Luka and LeBron, because it looks like they're running back with Luka and LeBron. We're going to get a full season of Luka and LeBron, it looks like. So you got to find the guys that fit. Austin Reaves, I'm not big on Austin Reaves. I don't want us to pay Austin Reaves. I would love to trade for DeJounte Murray.
I ain't going front, bro. I would pay Austin Reaves if we didn't have Luka Doncic. But there's no way they can both coexist in the same backcourt because they're both two defensive liabilities. That's too much weight to try to be put.
Wait, DeJounte Murray tore his Achilles?
Yeah.
Was it the Achilles or the ACL?
Both Achilles. No, I don't know.
I know he did get hurt, but what I'm saying is, like, you can't have Luka and Austin in the same backcourt. That's going to make...
I don't want no one with no damn torn Achilles. Nah, that DeJounte Murray thing ain't working. No.
That's just going to make Jared Vanderbilt go crazy, because if you play Luka and Austin Reaves, you have to start Vanderbilt. You have to. He's the best point of attack defender that we got. He probably should have been starting over Rui anyway, but for some reason they didn't want to move Rui to the bench last year, which would have helped us immensely. If we'd have just swapped them two out, put him in a starting rotation and put Rui on the bench, that would have helped us immensely, yo. You feel me? And then you got to think about it. We had no rim protection. So once the team went 5 out on us and drew any type of big man we had away from the rim, man, it was free lunch, man, because can't nobody we got on the court stay in front of nobody. LeBron can't stay in front of nobody because he's 40, 41. Austin Reaves can't. He's just not athletically gifted. Neither can Luka Doncic. So if you got all three of them on the court at the same time and they don't have no rim protection, all we got to do is play 5 out, and that's a layup line for us. We get layups all day because they have no rim protection. They sent Anthony Davis away, and Jackson Hayes can't stay on the court. He pick up 5 fouls in 5 minutes. So it was an easy beat for the Lakers. All you got to do is go 5 out. And I told everybody that. I said, bro, if somebody go 5 out on us, we in trouble. Why you say that? Because we have no rim protection, bro. And can't nobody in our starting lineup guard nobody on the perimeter. They getting cooked in 2 dribbles, y'all. Boom, boom, and they going right past them. You ain't even got to get in your bag to get past somebody on LA perimeter defense. I can just 1-2 you and I'm past Austin Reaves, Luka Doncic, LeBron James. Just the way it is, fellas. Like now the team has to be built around Luka. We can't say, hey, LeBron, what you need anymore? LeBron has to be the backseat driver if he gonna roll. He gotta understand,
That ain't happening. And that ain't happening. LeBron's not gonna do that.
he ain't gonna have no choice. His feelings are hurt,
Then they're
y'all.
gonna have to trade him.
LeBron
Trade him.
LeBron feelings are hurt because he like, oh, they didn't just trade my man. They brought in a new rock star. Luka ain't here to take Anthony Davis' place. Luka here to take my place. Anthony Davis was just the means we used to get him, but he wasn't here to take Anthony Davis' place to be my running mate. He was here to come take over the franchise. They'll figure out what to do with me after my contract up. And I told people, I said, man, we're going to have one more year of LeBron because he's going to opt in because no team he wants to play for has the money to sign him. So he's going to opt in and run it back with Luka, which by metrics and by 1-2 punch, that's not bad. You feel me? Them dudes finished third in the West with an incomplete roster last year. So just imagine if we tweaked the roster a little bit, gave them the pieces that they might need. Not saying we could win a championship, but we definitely not getting bounced in the first round.
College visit, official visit. You look like a baby.
But who cares? LeBron don't want to win chips anyway. Ain't that what he said?
We cannot sleep on them. Not even this year coming up. They
Hold on, see ya. I'm about to put see. Is T still on?
I'm not a Utah Jazz fan by any means, but I'm low-key looking at their young core roster right now of Walter Clayton that they just drafted, Keontae George, Colin Sexton, Isaiah Collier, Jordan Clarkson, Ace Bailey, Lauri Markkinen, Walker Kessler, and John Collins as a core. And that's not even including Bryce Sensabaugh. That's a legit 9 to 10 man rotation that they legit have NBA.
Yo. What happened? Did everyone bounce?
No, I'm still here, but
Who is this? Trunks?
yeah.
That was your favorite Dragon Ball Z character, dog?
Yeah, but I'm gonna change my name. My name it's actually Dace, but yeah, they just call me Trunks.
Word.
Yeah, man. How far you think but I know this free agency month is not over yet, but still got a couple more days. How you feel how far the Bucks can go with this signing they got for Miles Turner?
Well, I think NBA is the one league where one player could determine the outcome of a game more than anyone. And I think having Giannis in the conference where, Tatum's out for the year and you don't really know what New York's going to be. You don't really know what Cleveland's going to be. It's interesting. I think the East is it's so wide open this year. It wouldn't surprise me at all if Milwaukee made a playoff, if they made a finals run next year.
Yeah,
I
but
wouldn't be surprised. They wouldn't be at the top of my
come out
list.
the East, I swear to God, bro, I don't got them beating nobody. I'm being dead serious, bro. Like, I'm not trying to be funny. Like, honestly, they're gonna struggle. It's not gonna be the Phoenix Suns. They're gonna struggle against. It's gonna be great competition if they go against a team like. Let me see over here. In the West. Let me see. Damn, my shit fucking up. Houston gonna be a pro. They literally have everything you could think of. They have size. They got depth. They have youth. They have athleticism. I don't have the Bucks beating Houston. If
They
they come
got
out
no
the
one
West.
who could guard KD. I mean, they got no one who can guard Giannis, though, bro.
And who gonna
Amen,
guard
amen,
KD?
amen, amen,
Who
and
gonna guard
KD.
Amen? And who the hell gonna guard Sagoon?
Miles Turner. You can throw Miles Turner on
Man,
Sengun.
Sagoon gonna cook. Man, they call him Baby Joker for a reason, man.
Uh,
Yeah, but no, I'm talking about overall. Even their roster. Look at their depth. They got a great bench.
oh yeah. Oh no.
Go look at Houston roster. They got
Houston is not. Trust me, I've seen it. Houston has a great team. A
they
very
got
good team.
Patrick and they got not Patrick. I forgot his name. Jabari Smith. They kept him. He's 6'10". He
They
can
just gave him
defend.
a bag. They gave him a
Yeah,
bag
he can
too.
defend. He can rebound, bro. Oh my goodness, and he can shoot the three, bro. And they got Clint Capella and Steven Adams. So they got three great centers with Sagoon, Capella, and Adams. They got Tyree Essen, and they signed Darian Finney-Smith.
And then there's a team. I think Atlanta's made some good moves, dog.
And Cam Whitmore. And Houston still got Cam Whitmore.
Oh, you don't even and you still don't know about Reed Shepard. Don't sleep on my boy Reed Shepard.
Oh yeah. He was the third pick last year, I think.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
Don't sleep on Reed Shepard.
He's a shooter. He can shoot it, bro. This probably the best team. Well, I won't say the best, but the second best team right up there with Golden State Warriors that KD ever played with. In my honest to God opinion. So you got Houston coming out the West. We can't forget about OKC. I think Chet only thing Chet got to do is just gain some muscle, bro. That's it. If he don't do that,
Chet is like one of those people. It's like if he gets better and he gets stronger, OKC is gonna be way tougher to deal with
that's what I'm
next
saying.
year.
That's what
They're
I'm
gonna be
saying.
way tougher to deal with if Chet can gain about 15, 20 pounds of solid muscle. They're
That's
gonna
what
be
I'm saying.
so much tougher to deal with. Oh my god.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, yeah. Chet, that's all he has to do with this team. Like I feel like he's like I stated before during the NBA Final Series, he was scared to guard Pascal Siakam, bro. He was running away from him every
and
time they switched on him. Chet would go guard a smaller player and not
and I wouldn't sleep on Denver either, bro.
yeah. Oh yeah, Denver too. And you can't forget about OKC. One more thing I'm mentioning about
And
OKC,
Minnesota.
they got Nikola Topic. He was a first round pick. Like he would have been like a top 3 pick possibly last year, but he had Achilles injury. Now he's coming back. He's a really great. I think he'll be a good playmaker. He's about 6'5", 6'6", 6'7", somewhere around that. So he's still gonna learn. Still a rookie, but I think if he's just there facilitating, which I still think will be a great skill set for OKC to use, because now Shea he can really play his true position, which is the 2 guard, and you could take away. You don't have to put too much pressure on him being your best playmaker on that for that team. Denver. Like I said, Cam Thompson, that was a great signing, man. That's one of the most underrated
Cam
trades.
Johnson?
Thompson, that's the name, right? Thompson, Cameron Thompson, from Brooklyn.
Nah, Cam Johnson.
Cam Johnson, my fault. Johnson.
Yep.
That was an underrated, very underrated move. I think he really is a great player. He knows how to play the game more so better than MPJ. He has higher IQ to MPJ. He makes better decisions than MPJ. He's somewhat the same defender as MPJ in my opinion, or you could more say better. He's about 6'8", 6'9", somewhere around that range. So he could play small forward, power forward, and he's somewhat athletic. So expect Jokic to go ahead throw the ball up to him for all the oops. He's a great fit, man. I really like that trade. But Denver, I still think they gotta make some more moves here and there, and they'll be pretty fine. Because people forget, man. Right after they had an NBA finals run in 2000 and what was it 24, they won 7 games against the Minnesota Timberwolves, and they could have probably beat them. and went back to back, possibly going against Boston Celtics. Probably could have beat them or lost to them, one of the two. And then this season, they won 7 games against OKC Thunder, who were the NBA champions. They had an opportunity to beat them. They had an opportunity to beat them. They had it, but Jokic, he folded up in Game 7, and OKC Thunder won. After that, so they had the opportunity to do it. They're still a contender. The Timberwolves, even though they lost to OKC, they lost to them, but that was they went to the Western Conference Finals though, and you can't undermine what Ant-Man's about to do. He gonna get better as a player. They re-signed Julius Randle. They re-signed. Oh no, they didn't re-sign. Who? Oh, Nasri. They re-signed Nasri.
They lost Alexander Walker though.
Yeah, that's true. But like I said, one thing about it, I like what Minnesota. They're building in the draft too. You see what you see in the draft from last season and this season, drafted Rob Dillingham, who and he still got Mike Conley. I still think he's going to play for that team, Minnesota. I think he's going to be a really good facilitator. But he's just a little older, so you don't really expect too much from him. But he can still be some type of a leader for that team and push the offense. I think last season when they traded to get Rob Dillingham from the Spurs, I think they're trying to make him like learn, and Mike Conley's trying to implement how to play a true point guard. And he's a pretty good offensive player too. So he's gonna get to the paint, get a little bucket here, get his buckets here and there. And he got not Shadorn. What's his name? Terrence Shannon Jr. from Chicago, I believe,
Yep.
right? University of Chicago. He's really good, man. You've seen him in a playoff series against the Lakers. He can defend. He's 6'5". He's very athletic. He's very So he's a good fit for that team too. So, and they drafted this one center from France. He's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie to you. I forgot his name, but he puts it more so replace kind of what's the guy's name? Rudy Gobert. He's a center. He can block shots. Very athletic. So I like what Minnesota doing. They're also trying to build in the draft too. You're gonna be seeing a lot of teams implement what the OKC Thunder do, build in the draft, but still sign players here and there, and recently, and be young too. So so the Minnesota Timberwolves, they're a young team, and they got a great roster, great bench, and they're gonna continuously get better and better, So there goes your teams right there, man. That could possibly do something in the Western Conference, in the Western Conference, you got Rockets, OKC, Minnesota, and Denver Nuggets. So they're going to be the top 4 teams. And I can't wait to see it, man. The NBA is getting better and better, man. I like it. I love it. Yeah, but and you can't. I know it's going to sound crazy. You can't undermine what Dallas may do too. If Anthony Davis is healthy, if he's healthy, that's a big if. And Kyrie's going to be out for a good portion of the season too. Probably out for the whole year. I don't know. Man, Dallas looking good, man. I got Dallas possibly being a top.
Dallas will be running the West in about 2 years.
Oh yeah. And Jason Kidd, him being a great coach, man. Oh man, that's gonna be good, man. Cooper Flagg, I feel like he's gonna be a good fit for that team. I really do. I seen some of his tape. I seen some of his highlights. People are not acknowledging that he has a very high IQ for the game too. If you look in his Duke game, he's not always trying to look to score the ball. He's more so looking. Because if you watch his Duke games, he's always looking. In some place he looks for come watch the center from Duke, who got drafted by the Houston Rockets but traded to the Phoenix Suns. He will always look in his right corner for him to be open for a pick and roll, looking for the player who's out there and for the three to shoot the 3 ball. He has a very high IQ for the game. What sets players should be in on the offensive side of the ball. Man, he has a high IQ for the game, man. I think Jason Kidd is going to utilize him the same way he did with Giannis when he coached Giannis. Because he said in the press conference, he said he's going to give him the ball, probably going to play point guard in some games and run the offense. I said, what? Damn. So he going to develop. He going to have like little mistakes here and there because he's a rookie, but. Yeah, man, I see Dallas being real good. If AD just gotta be healthy, man, that's it. And fuck it, if AD gets hurt, the team's somewhat.
Yeah, but I was about to say when is AD not hurt?
Yeah, but I'm saying if he does get hurt, and the team don't do so well, they got a better chance of getting another pick. they go get they got a good chance of getting another pick. You know, getting a chance to probably reach top 10 in the NBA draft.
How funny is it gonna? And I'm a Laker fan, mind you, saying this. How
Yeah, yeah.
wild is it gonna be? How wild is it gonna be next year when Dallas probably might? They just might have more wins than the Lakers next year.
But if they don't make moves, but the Lakers haven't made one move yet. They got this one guy from Sacramento, right?
Yeah,
That can
and
shoot.
he ain't shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Um.
Laker fans are hinging on DeAndre Ayton, which would be
Yeah.
nice, but like he's not gonna. He doesn't make us a contender to come out the West.
You don't think so?
No,
I think you guys will get better if you guys get Aiden because you can't because he's a very skilled center. He's probably more skilled than Miles Turner.
I wanted the Lakers to get Miles Turner. Miles Turner makes sense for the Lakers. A big man who could stretch the floor and protect the paint, and is a good shot blocker. That's
But
what the Lakers need.
the one question with Turner is he motivated? That's the one thing. Does he want to come in and win? That's my one question with DeAndre Ayton. Does he want to win and is he motivated playing basketball?
I think it becomes. I think it becomes to the Lakers. He might find some new
motivation,
but I still don't think it pushes us over the limit.
Yeah, but you can't undermine his numbers. Yeah, 14 points, like 11 rebounds, and a couple blocks here and there. You know, so he's gonna be a defensive presence in the paint. They got him. They got the guy from I forgot his name, Jackson Hayes. He's not too bad of center, but he's a good backup for the center position, in my opinion. And I mean, I don't know. You guys may keep Rucci or Shamara. I mean, in my opinion, I like Rui. I think he's a really good player. I'll trade Gabe Vincent and Jared Vanderbilt with a package deal with Austin Reaves. I try to trade those three players, and also Dalton Connect too. I'll trade him too.
No, keep Connect.
So you like Connect?
Mm-hmm. For sure, you keep Connect.
Okay.
Absolutely, he's a way better shooter than Reaves. He can put the ball on the floor, and he's young. He's on his rookie deal. That's more money you could spend toward a player you need.
Yeah. Looking at the standings right now. Okay. Cleveland, Boston, New York. Okay. In the West. Yeah, you can't even forget about the Clippers too. I know that sounds crazy, but they were a fifth seed.
No, it's not crazy. It's not crazy.
They were the fifth seed, so you can't take nothing away from them.
Yeah.
They got Zubac, so yeah. Golden State, we still gotta see what they do too. I love to see and Memphis. So and the Spurs. Jesus Christ, man. I forgot about the Spurs. Yeah, they definitely gonna get better.
Spurs are like a year or two away.
So you don't think they're gonna make the playoffs?
The West is too deep. Now hold on, let me think. Let me pencil in my top 6 and then I'll get to the playing game. So you got
Victor got hurt
in no specific order. In no specific order. So OKC, Houston, Denver, Golden State, Minnesota, and then San Antonio might be a playing team, bro. They might be like the 9-10 seed.
Oh man, again?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know about all that.
They're still too young, bro. They're still too young.
Bro,
they're gonna be nasty in a couple years.
No, but Victor Wembanyama got hurt in the end of the season, and Fox, he came in kind of.
Yeah, but isn't it like blood clots or something? That's kind of scary, bro.
Yeah, but
that's one of those injuries where it's like if it doesn't get better, he might have to end his career. So there's a big cloud and big question mark, bro. Blood clots ain't no joke. He could die on the court. So how his recovery process from that matters. Like, God willingly, everything goes well, because we'd hate to see in talent like that his career be cut short. Like, I want to see what Wembanyama becomes. I'm sure a lot of people do. Like,
Yeah,
You know
me
what I
too.
mean?
Yeah,
I
hell
want
yeah.
to see what he develops into. I would
Yeah,
hate for his
hell
career to
yeah.
be cut short, but obviously your personal health is way more than playing basketball at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So no one's gonna knock you, but we're gonna have to see how he recovers from that. Hopefully he's gonna be good.
Yeah, I
But
agree.
shit, with him, Castle, Vassell, Keldon Johnson,
Fox.
they drafted Dylan Harper. Like they got Harrison Barnes, bro. Jeremy Sochin, bro. They're on the come up. They are
That's
on
what
the
I'm saying.
come up.
And they could play winning basketball, but they can. But I'm just saying they gotta.
Like no funny shit. If Pop was still the coach, oh man, I might be all in on San Antonio.
No,
If Pop was the
he's the
coach,
GM now. He's the president,
yeah,
I think.
he's the president, but he's
Yeah,
not the coach. You know what I mean? That's different. If he was the coach, I'd be all in on San Antonio this year.
yeah, agreed. But my thing is, the thing with the Spurs, Victor, he missed a good portion of half the season. They would have been at least a play-in tournament, or at least would have probably made the playoffs, in my honest opinion. You know, you got Fox, who's going to get better. I think he's a good. He came in the season kind of late too, so he didn't really understood he still tried to figure out with the San Antonio Spurs, and then you got Vic that went out, and I think he missed a couple games too, if I can remember. I don't know, but the Spurs are going to be up there for sure. I got the Spurs being better. They're gonna be better than Sacramento. Memphis is going to stay. They're gonna be the two. You could make your case to argument with those two teams. You know, but another thing too with Victor, I think you gotta somewhat. They got somewhat low manage him a little bit more, and they gotta kind of see how does this team look without Victor Wembanyama in some games. That's my opinion. They have to probably put that question mark in the back of their head. In my honest to God opinion. Trade Fox for Trae Young. Yeah, you fucking tripping. Trade Fox for Trae Young for what?
Hell no, Trae Young, one of the most overrated players in the league.
Fox took his team to the playoffs before. You guys forgot? Well, DeMonte Sabonis.
I'm getting playing no fucking defense.
Imagine now he gonna have Vic for a good season. Come on, man. I like Fox. He just, I like Fox.
Hell yeah, De'Aaron Fox is a great point guard.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but let me see. Let me check this guy's numbers. But is he somewhat of a good facilitator somewhat or not?
Who?
Fox.
De'Aaron Fox is a good facilitator.
I always seen Fox more so as a shooting guard.
Nah, he's a point guard. He gets his guys involved. He's a combo guard. A lot of these guys nowadays, bro, they're not point guards or shooting guards. They're combo guards. Like Shea's a combo guard. You know, I always looked at Steph. Steph was always a combo guard to me. He's not a point guard. He's a combo guard.
And Fox
De'Aaron Fox is a combo guard. Like traditional point guard is like Tyrese Halliburton. That's a traditional point guard. He's a traditional point guard. You know what I'm saying? Like Kyrie's a combo guard. Like all these guys nowadays are all combo guards.
Yeah, you're right. Another thing with that too, when he got traded, he only played like 17 games with the Spurs, Fox.
Yeah, he ain't play that much.
That's what I'm saying. You can't get that much from 17 games, you know. So yeah, man. I got the Spurs. You know, I think the Spurs gonna go to the playoffs in my opinion. I think the Spurs gonna go to the playoffs. In my opinion, are they gonna be top 4 seed? No, I don't think so. But they'll be right up there, man. And like I said, in the Western Conference, it doesn't matter what seed you are. Don't matter if you're the first in some cases. Don't matter if you're the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, or even the sixth. Because Minnesota Timberwolves, they were the 6th seed, and they went to the Western Conference Finals. They beat the Lakers. They beat Golden State. Golden State was the freaking 7th seed, I think, if I can remember. And they went higher than expected. Some people had Houston beating them. And then, sadly enough, Steph Curry got hurt and then they lost against the Minnesota Timberwolves. But I'm not taking nothing away from Timberwolves because they were all a good team. So, yeah, I think seedings won't really matter in the West. I want, in the West, it's so competitive. Teams literally are ranked higher and lower just by two wins. By 2 or 3 wins. Houston Rockets have 52 wins. and they were in the second seed. But the Lakers have 50 wins, and so they're only 2 games away from possibly being the second seed. Same thing with Denver. Same thing with the Clippers. And the Timberwolves were 3 games away. They have 49 wins. And Golden State, they have 48 wins, so they were 4 games away. 1 game away from being the sixth seed possibly, and 2 more games away from being either a third seed to the fifth seed. And the same thing with Memphis, because Memphis have 48 wins too. So same with Golden State Warriors. So that just shows you how competitive the West is. Like I said before, wherever team coming out the West, I do not see him beating. Whatever team come out the East, I sadly enough do not see beating any team in the West. In my honest to God opinion, if you guys keep bringing up Milwaukee, if Milwaukee comes out, just more so how Giannis, he's a great player, superstar. I don't truly see. I see him possibly beating either Denver or OKC, because I don't think those two teams have anybody that can stop Giannis. In my honest opinion, they got nobody stopping Giannis. But like in the NBA now, it's different. It's entirely different. You need bodies. You need a great depth and a great bench to win NBA Finals now. You just do. You just do. Like honest to God, do. You honest to God, do. And Giannis by himself, you think they really? Nah, stop it. Nah, I don't believe that.
The East is so wild, bro. I don't know. Who the hell knows next year? For my 25 years consistently watching NBA, but I've never seen a conference be more wide open than the East will be next year.
Yeah,
I've never seen it. You could say Cleveland could go. You could say the Knicks could go. It wouldn't shock me if Orlando made a crazy run, or Detroit, or even Atlanta. Atlanta
yeah.
got Nikhil Alexander-Walker, Porzingis. They made some nice moves.
And he still got those 2 guys that can defend pretty good. I think his last name Johnson, and I forgot
Yeah,
the
they
other guy's
got.
name.
Yep.
Who was the league leader in steals? Yeah, like 2 steals a game. I forgot
Dyson
his name.
Daniels. Dyson Daniels is a problem.
Yeah. Oh, the 76ers. I forgot about them.
Yeah, if they're healthy.
I mean, honestly, man, I know I give a
Listen,
lot
if
of.
you look at their roster, that's
Yeah.
a championship roster on paper, bro.
Uh-huh.
You got Embiid, Paul George, Maxey, Kelly Oubre, Tobias Harris. What's his face? What's the fucking cat's name? They just Quentin Grimes. They got players, bro. They just can't stay healthy. But that's a championship roster on paper.
Mm-hmm. Agree. I agree.
Embiid really dropped he fumbled it. Like this era of centers, Jokic took full advantage of it. He's in an era where the center position is dead, and he's the only elite guy. Like, and he's dominating.
Yeah.
I'd love to have seen Jokic and Embiid in the '90s. Like, would they be this good? Still, I don't think so.
I think Jokic will be a decent.
I think Jokic would have problems against guys like Patrick Ewing
Okay,
and
how you
and
think
David Robinson.
how you think those 2 players were done in the early 2000s
Who?
when defense was the hardest ever?
Who?
Jokic,
Jokic
and
and
Embiid,
and
yeah,
and Embiid.
yeah.
As crazy as it sounds, if I'm going back to the mid 2000s, I think Embiid's game is more fit for that era because of the way the game was played then. The low post presence was much more of a factor. You wanted a guy who would dominate the block. He's the bigger body. But I think guys, like Tim Duncan and KG and Dirk would give Jokic a problem on the Jokic having to defend Dirk. Like, they'd both be schooling each other. Like, Dirk wouldn't stop Jokic and Jokic wouldn't stop Dirk. That's the way I look at it. It's like a wash. I think the guys from the '90s, like the Alonzo Mournings, the David Robinsons, the Patrick Ewings, those guys would have a much better chance at stopping and neutralizing Jokic, especially David Robinson.
Yeah, I brought up the early 2000s because the early 2000s was the hardest era to for defense, like for you to score for an offensive player. And that was the year where like
The
centers were
hand
kind of
checking,
declining.
hand checking got banned, I think, in 05.
Yeah, yeah, that too. But I'm saying like the early 2000s was the era where the centers were kind of dying off. Hakeem was getting older. David Robinson was someone getting older, even though he had Tim Duncan.
But that's why it died off, because the hand checking, and you were allowed to put your hand on someone's back. You can't do that anymore.
Yeah, and only center that was really there was, Shaq. Early 2000s. Who else?
No. Hold on, let me think.
Early 2000s.
Tim Duncan was playing the 4.
Tim Duncan was a 4. He'll switch on centers, the center positions on some occasions.
You had Yao Ming, Shaq. But like I'm just trying to think. I'm just trying to think of the premier centers at that time.
Yao Ming was basically the Joel Embiid of the early 2000s in some cases.
That's a good way to put it.
Who else?
I'm trying to go by teams. Like I'm going by divisions. The Knicks, they had Eddie Curry. Like the Sixers. Who the fuck did the Sixers have in the mid 2000s as their 5? Not good enough to remember.
Mutombo
was already gone at that point.
The early 2000s?
Early 2000s or mid 2000s?
Both.
Oh, early 2000s. Yeah, they had Mutombo.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Jermaine O'Neal was a 4. Vin Baker was a 4. Chris Webber was a 4. There were more great power forwards than centers.
Yeah.
KG,
I think Jokic, in my opinion, if he played the center position, I think he would have been more so better in the early 2000s and 90s, because just more so the
competition. Yeah, it was less.
Yeah. Not that much centers. Only competition was just Shaq and Yao Ming. That was it. That was it. I think Jokic, he would have got his. He definitely would have been a good player.
Dwight Howard got drafted in 2004. By 2006, 2007, Dwight Howard emerged.
Yeah, but the thing with Jokic, he's taller than Dwight. So he'll be able to see the ball.
Nah, they're about the same height. I think they're both 6'11".
I thought Jokic was 7 foot. 7 foot 1, 7 foot.
Nah.
Oh, okay.
He was 7 feet to 6'11". When you add the athleticism of Dwight, that 1 inch don't even matter.
Okay, cause I thought Dwight, because at first I thought he was 7 foot, but I found out like from some sources that
Dwight wasn't 7 feet.
6'9", like 6'9".
No, Dwight wasn't 6. He was a hair under 7 feet tall.
Really? Okay. I thought 6'10". Some people say 6'10", 6'11", around that range. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So Dwight. All right, 6'11" with shoes on. Yeah, facts, 6'11". So yeah, I think Jokic. I think he would have been good in the early 2000s. In the 90s, I think it'll be a little more difficult for him. But in the early 2000s, I think, and also the mid, I think he'll be all right, because there was not that much competition in the center position. Could he have won MVP? I honestly, I somewhat think so. If he putting up the offensive numbers, then somewhat. Because Steve Nash won it, then damn right, Jokic should win it too. Let's be honest, in my opinion. So who else? Embiid is a little more difficult. The reason why I'll say Embiid, I don't think he would have been all right in the 90s and early 2000s, but he's too injury prone. And he played more games in the 90s, in the early 2000s, and they were more physical in the 90s and the early 2000s. He would have been injured already. He would have been worse than Yao Ming, if you ask me, with injury history. If you personally ask me, Anthony Davis would be better than him in the 90s and early 2000s, but he more so a power.
Nah, hell no. Anthony Davis too much of a crybaby. He's soft.
He got the skill. He got the finesse.
He's soft, bro. It's a way more physical era. He's fragile, bro. He would have missed more time playing in that era.
So you basically saying players
they would have fucked him up, bro. He would have gotten fucked up in that era.
So you telling me players like Anthony Davis, Giannis Antetokounmpo?
No, Giannis. Whoa, Giannis built for that. I'm saying guys like AD, guys like KD. They'd still be solid players, don't get me wrong, but they wouldn't flourish as much in the 90s than they would today. The physicality would bother them. Even LeBron, the physicality would bother him. Why? Because Why does LeBron flourish? He is a good player.
Whoa! You saying LeBron wouldn't do good in the early 2000s or the
I'm
mid?
saying he wouldn't be as good as he is today
Oh, I don't know
in
about
this
that.
era.
I don't know about that.
Absolutely.
He
Absolutely.
played in the 2000s though.
No. You said the 90s, bro. Choose.
Oh,
Which one are you
90s.
talking
Okay,
about?
90s. Okay. Okay. But the early 2000s was if you want to make a case argument, the early 2000s was more so harder to play to score than the 90s.
No.
So it was harder in the 90s than it was 2000.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Guys were because of the game, the way the game was officiated, bro. Like they just let them play, dog. Like I'll never forget growing up, bro, how many times I would see games end 77-75 or 82-80. Like it was six. I remember one Pistons Pacers game. I think it was like 66-64. A playoff game ended.
Damn, I
Like,
didn't
could
even
you?
know that.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. There were games like that back in the 2000s. It was insane.
Early two, early two. I thought you said the nine. I thought you said the 90s.
But even the early 2000s, yeah.
Yeah, early 2000s, mid 2000s. That's why I'm more so kind of
They
brought up.
changed in '05, and if you ask me, it's all because of LeBron, to cater to LeBron. That's why they changed the handshaking rule.
LeBron was still getting like when was 2023, 2024. Him being 18 years old, he was still averaging like 19, 20 points a game.
Yeah, because it was a locomotive. He was able to get to the basket at will. And in the 90s, that wouldn't have happened. Rick Mahorn would have put him on his ass.
Man, Rick Mahorn, man.
All right, you think so?
Y'all overrated. You guys
They
kind
would
of
have fucking
overrated.
clotheslined LeBron, and they would have kept clotheslining him, and they wouldn't have gotten thrown out, and LeBron would have started crying, wah, 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 and they would have still been putting him on his ass, and it would have got to his head. That's why the mental aspect of the game, like, I'm not discrediting the skill of the NBA player today. It's much more advanced than it was in the 90s. However, the intangibles, the fundamentals, and the mental strength of the players are diminished
Now,
compared to those times.
I agree with you, but I think in some cases, like players like Rick Mahorn and Bill Laimbeer, I mean, I think in some cases, man, it just guys kind of overrate them a little bit. I don't, in my opinion.
Listen, I'm not saying they're a great player. I'm saying LeBron would have tried dunking on him. Maybe he would have dunked on them the first time. But I promise you, that second time, they're not letting him get to the basket. They would have fucking clotheslined him. And then LeBron would have got up, and Rick Mahorn and Bill Laimbeer, trust me when I say, they wouldn't have backed down from LeBron. They would have looked at him like, what? Do something. Go ahead, do something type shit. That's what would have happened.
Yeah, I agree. But
they weren't great players. They were enforcers, bro. They were enforcers. They weren't going to let you fucking get easy baskets. Like, yeah, you could dunk on him first time, but that second time, bro, that shit ain't happening. It ain't flying. It ain't flying.
No, I agree. I agree with you in that part. More so that like they would have clotheslined them. They would have got more so physical. And back in the 90s, refs would officiate more than now.
Oh yeah. Plus the hand checking, bro. Like a guy like, how old are you, bro?
18.
You're 8. Oh man, look, let me put you on the game, right? So Peep, there was, and maybe some of the old heads in the comments could co-sign this. There was a cat in the 90s on the Knicks called Derek Harper, right? And with the hand checking, like you were allowed to hand check, bro, he had massive hands, right? And he was able to, 94 feet, he's putting his hand on your waist and he's controlling where you're going. That guy was a defensive nightmare in the 90s. Soon as they took the hand checking out, his defensive ability diminished. But like a guy like him, and like Gary Payton and guys like that, like Jason Kidd was a wily veteran. He knew how to play defense with his hands. Like these guys in that era, like I'm gonna say Steph Curry too. Steph Curry's a great player. I have him top 10 all time. But in the 90s, he would not have that much success. He wouldn't have. All that pretty going to the basket, hezzy, tween, and then throw it up high off the glass so gracefully. That shit not flying in the 90s, bro. Anthony Mason would have fucked him up. God rest Anthony Mason's soul. Bro, fucked him up, bro. And Steph, yeah, they wouldn't have liked that pain being inflicted on him, bro. Like, it's a different game. Like, check on Derek Harper when you can. Derek Harper, bro, he was a hell of a defender in the 90s, and he was picking up people 90 feet, and he's literally controlling them. Like, no, you think you're going right, I'm pushing you back left type shit. I'm not saying Derek Harper's controlling LeBron. Yo, people in the comment section are so stupid, bro. I never said he'd control LeBron James. I'm just saying a guy like Derek Harper would neutralize and be able to defend some of your favorite guards in today's NBA. Like Trae Young. Trae Young would get fucking smothered by Derek Harper with 90s rules, bro, in the 90s. Trae Young wouldn't get 15 points on him. I promise you. Derek Harper would have him locked up. Gary Payton would have Trae Young locked up.
Yeah. Hey, all right. Nice talking to you, man. I'll see you next time, man. Hopefully more trades, more so
No
signings
doubt,
happen.
Reaves.
It's very exciting, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. You have a great one. God bless, man. Hey, but watch out for Boston getting Deandre Ayton.